America for a night game.
just wanna
Touchdown! And the kick is blocked! Appleton State falls stunned from the touchdown! Rattlers with a second to go. Still alive. They hand it off to Johnson. Boise State has won the Tostitos. He's going for the ball. Cheetah into the line.
Good evening. This has been quite a day, I would say, for us college football fans. Welcome back to the Red 5478 YouTube channel. I am, of course, the man himself, Red 5478. Now, one thing I do want to clear up real quick. Apologies to my Twitch viewers because last night when we did the retro video game screen, we did a multi-game plug-in for the first time trying to get on Twitch, and it just did not go well. It did not show any video, and I apologize for blue balling y'all. But we're back on StreamYard tonight, so not going to have that issue now. Going to figure that out for future video game streams, though. I really want to get you guys involved on Twitch as well. So, yeah, not a lot happened today. It's been pretty chill. Typical boring ass Saturday. Not a damn fucking thing notable. Yeah, so a lot of bullshit's gone on. I'm just going to kind of get into that before we get into this game, because this big game is goddamn going to be huge in terms of both playoffs and also for potentially employment. But I'm going to get us kind of up to speed here. For those of you who are just now turning on your TVs and checking your phones for the first time all day, a lot of bullshit's kind of happened here, and I'm going to kind of go through it. And a couple of things I do want to make clear real quick at the outset. We have a Patreon, and I do want to go ahead and thank our Patreon backers of the Red Army real fast, if I may. Shout out to our captains and our sergeants. We got so many now that it's kind of hard to list them all, but you see them right there on the screen. I'll go ahead and list them all out. Malik Freeman, Champ Gold, Brooklyn Poke, Little Theorist, Main Character Syndrome, Big Dog Riley, Jonathan Peck, Bodie Bates, Daniel J27 are our captains. And then our sergeants, Jonathan Peck, TJ Stanley, Anthony Brown, Edgar Carter, Cameron Smith, Roger Hughes, No Eat Em on Sandwiches, Liam, Preston Emmons, and Melon Matt 93. I might be missing two guys that joined us earlier this week. I thought I had updated it. I was wrong. Special thank you as well to Colton Matthews and Clifton Grooms. Those are two new sergeants of the Patreon Red Army. Now that I got those out of the way, what the fuck, guys? Holy shit. I am so screwed making this goddamn video this week. I would have been even more screwed if Alabama lost, but they almost did. The fact that they almost lost is insane. And now I was going to say Texas is getting destroyed by Mississippi State, but Texas has come back. They're only down by 7. They have scored 17 points in the fourth quarter alone. They are furiously trying to get this shit, pull a win out at the last moment, because they lose this game, man, it's over for them for the playoffs. It's fucking done. So keeping our eye out in Stark Vegas. But yeah, I don't think anybody else can deny it now. Texas is sucking. Like, they're just terrible. I've known this for weeks, but apparently ESPN needed to be reminded. Stanford's up 7-0 on Miami. God help us. Mississippi State's about to get the ball back with just over 4 minutes left after a Texas field goal. It's 38-31. The scoreboard is ticking on the bottom of the screen, as you see there. Outside of that, a couple of notable results I'm going to burn through real quick here that I want to talk about briefly. Indiana smokes UCLA 56-6. There was a couple of people saying that UCLA could be a trap game for the Hoosiers. It definitely was not. The Hoosiers are about as legit of a football team as you're going to get, I think, in the country right now. Dare I say they're making strides for number 1 in the nation next week, since Ohio State was off. Don't think they'll get that, but you never know. Alabama survives against South Carolina thanks to Lenoris Sellers fumbling the ball in their own territory. Oh, Gamecocks. That's just so Gamecock of you. What else have we done here? Ole Miss took care of business against Oklahoma, as I kind of thought they were going to. Just Oklahoma's a bit of a mess. There was not really a lot of hope that they were going to get out of the funk that quickly. Vanderbilt beats Missouri 17-10 in what I would call a goddamn knife fight, because those two were just at each other's throats the entire game. But Diego Pavia, he pulled through in the end. But the other reason why I think they won is because Bo Prabula unfortunately got hurt in the third quarter and left the game. Not to say that made a very massive impact. Their true freshman backup played very well, considering he had come in relief. BYU, it was kind of hairy with Iowa State there for a minute, but BYU was able to pull away at the end to get the win, 41-27. They are, without a doubt, number one in the Big 12. Even though Cincinnati beat them up 41-20. So I think those two are on a collision course right now. If there's any stability in the Big 12 at all, it's those two. But they're going to meet here in a couple of weeks. That's going to be a big one. I dare say College Game Day ought to go to Cincinnati for that. Virginia survives a scare against North Carolina by inches. There was a dive for the goal line at the end of the game in overtime to go for two when North Carolina scored. Didn't get it. North Carolina lost. Memphis eliminates South Florida from the college football playoff race with their second loss of the season, 34-31. In a stunning upset, considering Memphis dropped the ball against UAB last week. Memphis is now back in at least somewhat of contention for a playoff spot, although I got a feeling that those two beating the shit out of each other isn't going to matter at this point. Navy is undefeated at 7-0 and 5-0 in the conference. I don't know, guys. Outside of Tulane is 3-0 in the conference. They're yet to play today. So if Tulane, those two just pretty much took each other down. If Tulane wins, it's basically Navy and Tulane right now in terms of conference play. I don't know why Navy isn't ranked, to be honest with you guys. I really don't know why Navy isn't ranked. They barely beat actually they barely beat Temple. Fuck, wait a minute. When did they play Temple? They played Temple weeks ago. When the fuck are they playing another game? God damn. They haven't played a game since October 11th. What the fuck? I mean, I guess 3 weeks off for Navy. 3 weeks off. That's so weird. Okay, getting back on topic here. A lot of close games today, honestly. Rapid fire is going to be loaded. Nebraska barely beats Northwestern. Rutgers knocks off Purdue. Wake Forest upsets SMU. Kansas State destroys Kansas. They're never going to win that rivalry again. Old Dominion beat App State to go to 5-3. Kent fucking State won a MAC game against Bowling Green. What the hell happened there, Pudge? God damn. I mean, I know they're rebuilding still, but that's surprising. Kent State is 3-5, if you can believe it, in 2025. You got something going over there. Ohio beat Eastern Michigan by a touchdown. Auburn had a scare against Arkansas. What are you talking about, touchdown Texas? All right, we're going to multi-view for this shit. Are you kidding me? Texas is going to tie the game? Are you fucking serious right now? Are you fucking serious right now? Holy fuck. Texas isn't taking the lead. They're going to tie the game. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Game is tied. Texas has scored 24 points in the fourth quarter. Oh, don't tell me it was on a punt return touchdown. Oh, my God. It was a punt return touchdown. Oh, my ever-loving Christ. It was a punt return touchdown. Dear fucking Lord. Oh, damn it, Bulldogs. What in the actual fuck is going on in Stark Vegas right now? Y'all are drunk. Go home. Just end it now. End it at a tie. Well, I'm going to be keeping an eye on that one as we get this game started, I guess. Kickoff is slated officially here in a few minutes for 7:45. So we're going to be chilling for a minute. If you want your comment highlighted on screen here, make sure to put a donation in. Any amount will do. It's homecoming in Williamsburg. UC is up. Cumberland's is up at the half, 20-3. Hell yeah. Temple beat Tulsa in overtime by 1. Jesus Christ. So many good games today. Like I said, Rapid Fire is going to be loaded. Pitt destroyed NC State 53-34. Good Lord. Look out. Pitt 6-2. Heinschel threw for 4. Mason Heinschel for Pitt, the quarterback of Pitt, threw for 423 yards and 3 touchdowns against NC State. Holy fuck, dude. I'm going to have to get Tree involved. Golly. Although I'm pretty sure he's waiting for the, yins are paying to kick in at any moment now. All right, so it was a heavy 3:30 window, and the nightcap's kind of light, if we're going to be honest here. 3:30 was pretty heavy. We had a lot of great games, a lot of close games, but the nightcap is comparatively a little bit lighter, I think. Let me take a look and see what we got cooking. Louisville, Boston College, nah. Miami, Stanford, nah. And then other games are about to kick off. This one, A&M, LSU, obviously. Michigan and Michigan State, Sparty kicking off at 7:30 on NBC. Kicking off here soon on NBC. Tennessee and Kentucky. Houston, Arizona State. That's going to have some Big 10 or Big 12 playoff implications there. Houston just trying to stay alive in that race right now behind Cincinnati and BYU, and then Colorado, Utah kick off at 10:15. And that'll be it. Hawaii does not play after midnight this week. All right, so here's what we're cooking with, guys. Let's talk a little bit about this game now, the one that you guys tuned in to have me do commentary for because you're sick and tired of Kirk Herbstreit and Reese Davis for some reason. I don't really find the problem with them personally, but that's just me. Let me take a look here and see. Where is my game? There is my game. All right, so LSU lost to Vanderbilt last week, as we all know and also loved. They're at 5-2. I say they're eliminated from the playoff race at this point. It would take a lot of bullshit for them to get back into the SEC championship game at this rate. They would need Vanderbilt to lose. They would need Alabama to lose 2 conference games at this rate. They would need A&M to lose 2 conference games, including this one tonight. That's why I'm saying they're out of the playoffs, because really the only way LSU makes the playoffs at this moment is if they make the SEC title game. Even if they beat Texas A&M, I don't think the playoff committee is going to let them in on just the fact that they beat a number 3 A&M. They have lost 2 games at this point. Let's see here. Who have they lost to again? They have lost to Ole Miss and Vanderbilt, who are both currently above them and won their games already today. So they would need a lot of help. I'm saying it's pretty much fucking out. Yeah, Bama's too far in at this point. Ole Miss is too far in. A&M's too far in. Vandy is making a lot of fucking noise. Like, it's not happening. A&M, speak of the devil, is 7-0, looking to be 8-0 to have their best start since the early 90s when they, went undefeated in 93, I think it was. This is a rare event. Normally A&M's lost a game or 2 at this point. So this is going to be a big one for them. I don't know how legit A&M really is. This is the game that's going to tell me exactly how legit A&M really is. Like, the game against Notre Dame was huge, but Notre Dame has also lost 2 games at this point, right? So I can't. They beat USC last week, sure, but it's Lincoln Riley. I get those 2 confused for some fucking reason. It's Lincoln Riley. He's fraudulent, so hey. Brian Kelly, I think if they lose this game, Brian Kelly's seat is going to be very, very hot, and he could be fired, if not immediately, but at the end of the year. The expectations are that high in Death Valley. This is kind of like the game that'll show if it's going to be if it's going to be curtains for the Kelly experiment in LSU or not, because they got to win this. They have to have this win. And if they don't have it, well, they're completely fucked. Meanwhile, in Stark Vegas, Mississippi State, clock is ticking. They're just outside of field goal range right now. They're on the 42-yard line. The clock is running. What are they doing? What the fuck are you doing, Stark Vegas? You got 20 seconds left now. You just wasted 10 seconds. You got 2 timeouts. What the fuck are you guys doing? Oh, my God. He fumbled the fucking ball. He fell on it, but he fumbled the ball. Call a timeout now. Holy shit. They just burned 15 seconds with 2 timeouts in hand. What in the hell are you doing, Mississippi State? Clock management? What the fuck is that? Jesus. I'll tell you how good A&M is. It's gotten Bull Muscle to care about college football for the first time in years. He's an A&M alum, and he's been so over this goddamn team that he literally could not care anymore. And it was until they went 7-0. Now he kind of cares a little bit. If my football team ever broke my heart so much, I mean, I can relate, honestly. I'm a Bengals fan, and I quit caring about the season at this point. I've barely watched any NFL football this year, to be honest. I barely watched the pro game until, playoffs anymore because of, this, but also just the pain, dude. The fucking pain. I did not do this quick thing. We're about to kick the ball off in Death Valley. Death Valley at night is an extremely difficult place to be in. It is not for the faint of heart. All right. So here we go. At this point, let's see. Starkville is backed up to the 50 here. What are we doing, guys? It's 4th and 14 for Mississippi State too. So they got to get a first down, and it's the first down line is just beyond field goal range. Yeah, I agree. Nebraska doesn't really belong in the Big Ten. The rivalries just don't match. I don't blame you, Chelsea. Falcons broke too many hearts. The Bengals break too many hearts as it is. All right, here we go. The ball is away, and we are underway in Death Valley at night. The fireworks smoke has yet to clear, too. The one thing that I don't have a cheering interest in this one. I shit on A&M for over 2 hours about a month and a half ago, and LSU I couldn't care less about because of Brian Kelly. So I'm cheering for the nuke, but I'm also I kind of want to see Brian Kelly get fired more than I want to see the battered Aggie syndrome pop up again. So we'll see. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 25-yard line. Nussmeier's going to dump it off to his right, and it's going to be caught for a gain of 3 yards there. And that's 2nd and 8 coming up here. I'll try to keep up with player names, but I'm currently trying to keep an eye on 2 different games thanks to Texas and Mississippi State bullshit. So, no, they don't belong in the SEC, but I kind of given up on trying to say, who belongs where anymore. It's old. And LSU gets off to a massive run all the way out to the 44-yard line. That was Barry on the carry there. And you can expect LSU is going to try to get as much as they can to break through this A&M defense. This defense at times has not been great this season. By the way, Stark Vegas, they're about to go to overtime. It's tied 38, 3 seconds left. Texas has the ball on the 1-yard line after the punt, so it ain't happening. We're going to OT in Stark Vegas, and it's going to be rough. I think A&M's got the advantage there. First and 10 from the 43. Nussmeier back to throw. It's gonna be a running back screen that's deflected at the line, incomplete. I got Utah beating Colorado. They're just a superior team right now. They've been playing excellent football regardless of, what's going on. Honestly, that halfback screen for LSU was nearly picked off. It was like thrown right into the hands of a defensive lineman. Thankfully, there was a lineman. Nussmeier back to pass. He's going to be walloped. That is a huge hit and a huge sack for the Aggies.
This ain't no ballet, motherfucker. This is for real. Come on.
I mean, he just got straight up slaughtered on that hit. Blindside blocker completely missed his assignment and just got killed. You hate to see it if you're an offensive lineman, but you love to see it if you're anybody else. Great play by Aggies. 3rd and a mile, and Nussmeier's calling timeout. Something's not being communicated clearly there. It's calling timeout in his own goddamn stadium, no less. Cincinnati, I don't know if they're going to run the table. They got to play BYU before the season's over. Actually, let's see here. When do they play BYU? Because if they're going to play at night, I'm covering that game. That's going to be a huge game for the Big 12. Let's see. Kentucky in all black prepared for the funeral. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Squid Tart has an aneurysm tonight because the Wildcats get one over on them. I mean, Kentucky can be a tough cookie to beat sometimes. All right. When does Cincinnati and BYU play? We needed to figure this out. Cincinnati plays Utah next week. That's going to be a very good game. It's in Utah, so they're going to get tested. And then they're off, I think. No, I don't think they're off. Hang on. Yeah, they're off the following week. And then after that, they play Arizona. So then that means, oh, shit, BYU and Cincinnati will play each other on November 22nd, literally 2 weeks before the conference championship. That's a huge goddamn game on its own right there. That's going to be massive. I mean, we're going to be, let's see here. Halloween is on Friday night. So this is the last week of October for college football, which means we got about 4 weeks of regular season college football left, right? Am I mathing? Is my mathing there? So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 weeks left out of this week. All right. So we got 5 weeks left. Most teams at this point have 4 games to go. 5 or 4 games to go. We're getting into crunch time. This is the time of the season when every single game is going to matter a fuck ton. And it's without a doubt. So that BYU Cincinnati game, if those two teams continue to win the way that they have been, and trust me, from everything I'm seeing, it looks like they're both going to run the table until November 22nd. Based on everything I'm seeing, that could determine quite a bit for the Big 10 or the Big 12. And by the way, Cincinnati will be at home against BYU for that contest. Playoff rankings will begin coming out on Tuesday, November 4th. Tuesday, November 4th is when the playoff rankings come out for the first one. And then they'll do that every Tuesday until December 7th. They drop the final rankings on December 7th after the conference title games. So here we go. Back from commercial, Nussmeier back to throw on 3rd and a mile. He's scrambling to his right side, and that's going to be incomplete, intended for a wide receiver, but he was just covered by 3 dudes. And LSU will punt on a disappointing drive that just you started off pretty good, but just couldn't get anything going. And that sack just killed it. All right. So meanwhile, it is overtime in Stark Vegas. And Texas is getting the ball, has to play offense first. So that's going to be an interesting dynamic there. You always want to play defense first in overtime. And then with a solid return all the way out to about the 31, 32-yard line. Well done by them. If I can sound like a nerd for a minute, you know the one thing I've always loved about LSU's home field? Numbering every 5 yards, not every 10, every 5 yards. It's so unique. It's old as fuck. It's old school all the way back to the 20s and 30s. And I think it's really unique. I love it. I wish more teams did that, quite frankly, since college football is way older than the pro game. But, I mean, you know, what are you going to do? And then we'll snap, hand the ball off at the middle, and go 2 yards in a cloud of dust. That's about it. Oh, shit. Arch just got whacked. He got hit on the dive, and he is slow to get up. Arch Manning is slow to get up, guys. He still hasn't gotten up. He's on his ass. He's sitting on his ass, and he's falling over. Oh, boy. Oh, fuck. Arch Manning's hurt. 2nd and 8 for A&M from the 34-yard line. Reed throws it. It's going to be caught by Concepcion. He's all the way out to the 46, 47-yard line. They're going to call it. Oh, fuck. Guys, this is huge. Oh, Jesus, man. He got hit in the back, and his head bounced right off the grass. That could be a massive game changer. When he sat up, he literally was swaying side to side and about fell over. He's in la-la land. He don't know where the fuck he is. Sorry, I know we're talking about LSU A&M, but the Texas game is huge for the SEC. Reed's going to hand the ball off. He's only going to get about a yard on the carry there. 2nd and 9 coming up. I think that's the end of Arch Manning's night. I'm not going to lie to you. It looks like he's done for the evening. If that's the case, Texas is in massive trouble. Changes how you think about the game for Mississippi State if you think about it too. Who's their backup? I don't know. All right. 2nd and 9 for A&M from the 48-yard line. Reed looks to his right, throws. It is caught at the 48 of the other side. He's already going to run all the way out to the 41. First down for the Aggies. As we get a good look at A&M's new backup quarterback, or Texas backup quarterback, Matthew Caldwell, the senior backup quarterback. Ouch. Yeah, the SEC officiating this week has been fucking terrible, Zep. It's been awful. I saw that. Did you see that fumble, quote unquote, that happened in the Vandy Mizzou game that got overturned by replay because it was too obvious? It was, by the way, incompletion, 2nd and 10 coming up for A&M. A&M, Vandy ran the ball up the gut near the goal line, and straight up, dude was on the ground on his back for like a 2.5 seconds, gets the ball ripped away, and the SEC's officials called it a fumble. Replay overturned it, but the fact that it was called a fumble in the first place, that's kind of the fucking problem, isn't it? The SEC officials are a fucking joke. Most competitive conference in college football, I'll fully admit it, but your officiating sucks ass. Reed back to Passel, ran forward now. He's going to scramble out to the 30, 25, 20. He's got another big grass for him. 10, 5. He's still up. Touchdown. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He dives for the goal line, and he gets it.
Yeah, everyone come back! Woo! Who can stop me? Tell me, who can stop me? What? Yeah! Woo!
while I'm saying that, Texas just got a touchdown against Mississippi State in the first overtime. Caldwell threw a teardrop pass that was beautifully thrown. They're going to review it. They called it an incompletion on the field, but per the review, it looks like it's completed. But Reed, my God, Marcel Reed, what a run. He literally carved his way through the defense, and it is 7-0 Aggies. That is goddamn. That was very Johnny Manziel-like, Diego Pavia-like. He scrambled out to his left, looked, nothing there, saw a wide open swath of grass, nobody around him for yards, cuts inside to his left, and from the 3-yard line dives and hits the goal line with the tip of the ball. So, hey, Bull, I bet you're real happy with that one. Let's send BK back to the unemployment line. I agree. I've been wanting his ass back on the unemployment line since he left Notre Dame. Like, he can't win a national championship. He just can't. I personally have not liked him for over a decade, thanks to what he did to Cincinnati. Took Cincinnati to the BCS, fucked off at the first opportunity for Notre Dame. It just disgusted me. Sold out. I get it. Money talks, bullshit walks, but at the time I hated him because I thought he was a sellout, which, he was. I see you, Jiffy. You might be alone in Twitch chat, but I see you, and Zep should be in there. Oh God, what a start for A&M. What a start! Like you could not start it off any better than just punching LSU in the mouth. It has been confirmed as a touchdown for Texas in overtime. So Texas leads now over Mississippi State, and Mississippi State gets a chance to with the ball next. Didn't Brian leave the team of facts where he took the Notre Dame job? I think so, yeah. I think that's the other reason why people hated his ass. Like, he kind of left in the middle of the night like a fucking coward. He just scrambled off. He didn't have the balls to face his players and tell them why he was leaving. At least Kalen DeBoer, when he left Washington, he said, "Gentlemen, I'm sorry, but this is a great opportunity, and I need to take it." At least he was on. Like, I hate the fact that coaches leave mid-season or at the end of the season like they do normally, the way they go out a lot of the times. But I forgive them as soon as I hear that they at least went to their players face-to-face before they left. You convince a group of young men to come play for your football team. At least have the courtesy, if you're going to leave them high and dry, at least tell them to their face why. Zep's a busy man. Thank you guys very much for joining me for this stream. Again, if you want to have your comments shown on screen, I see all the comments coming in from Twitch and YouTube. But if you want to have your comment highlighted on screen, feel free to make a donation. Any amount will do, and I'll throw it up on the screen for you. So there we go. 7-0 Texas A&M beat is up on LSU. 10-10 to go in the first. Kick is away for the kickoff. LSU will receive. And they're going to return it out from about the 5-yard line. Cuts through traffic to the right side. Gets ran out of bounds near the 27. And here we go. They're making a good point on screen right now with the ABC crew. They always, LSU always tends to struggle against mobile quarterbacks for some reason. I guess Brian Kelly just cannot contain mobile quarterbacks for some god-awful reason. There are 2 losses against Ole Miss and Vandy. Those were mobile quarterbacks. They just can't contain. Does anyone think Sark is leaving Texas for the Tennessee job? I don't know. Are they? Is there smoke to that? Hand off to the right side, out to about the 31-yard line for LSU. Second down coming up. 2nd and 5. anytime I'm hearing about a coach from a successful football team, which Texas still is, possibly going to the NFL for a team that's already got rid of their head coach, my first thought is like, let's just see what the offseason brings. I'll believe the smoke a little more once we get to that point in the offseason, but right now, no, I'm not going to pay attention to that shit. Snap, Nussmeier hands the ball off again. He's still churning, and he's going to get a first down out to about the I didn't get the yard mark there. But he got the first down. 1st and 10 coming up for the Tigers. I want to say he was out to about the 35-yard line, 37-yard line. 4th and 10 for Mississippi State. They got to get a first down or a touchdown. And we got a false start on Mississippi State. Of course we do. This game's over. Goddamn. Texas is going to survive thanks to bullshit. All right, 1st and 10 for LSU. Snap. Nussmeier thrown to his right side. He's going to be caught. And he'll be run out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. No, 47-yard line. So 1st and 10 again for LSU. Offense starting to wake up here. Let's see what we get here. And we got another goddamn flag on Mississippi State. What is going on? Another false start for Mississippi State. It's going to be 4th and 20. Nussmeier back to pass. Dumps off to his wide receiver option. Out to the 50. And that's where he's going to be brought down. Just threw it out to his underneath option. So 2nd and 7 coming up for the Tigers. Yeah, I don't know if Miami's ever going to win an ACC title, frankly. Like, they've been close a couple of times, but like they've never really had it together. Second and 7 from about the 50-yard line. Nussmeier thrown, caught at the 45, and he'll be out of bounds. See where they spot the ball. He was churning right about the marker for the first down. Oh, is Oregon not playing well to start? Uh-oh. I think this is going to be a little bit of a shootout if LSU offense is going to get going because both teams don't really have exactly a brick wall of a defense. So I'll be really curious to see what happens here. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Nussmeier back to throw. Throws to his right, and it's going to be caught at about the 37. He'll be brought down after a lunge forward near the 35. Meanwhile, 4th and 20 for Mississippi State. Game on the line right here. Quarterback's rushed out of the pocket. He's still scrambling. He's going to get surrounded. He's sacked. The ball is loose. The ball is free. Texas falls on it. It's over. Texas survives via a comeback and beats Mississippi State 45-38. The bullshit is real. The bullshit is fucking real. Meanwhile, there's a throw deep downfield. Flag is out. It could be a pass interference coming up here against A&M for sure, based on where the flag was thrown. I can tell you that right now. You disagree? Okay, there are 2 games with 24 points or more all season. Okay, fair argument there. Yeah. I mean, okay, usually you think about it. 2 games with more than 24 points given up by the defense. That's not awful. That's fairly solid. So then you have to ask, what the fuck's going on with the offense? 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line after the pass interference penalty on A&M. Nussmeier's back to throw for LSU. He'll throw it to his left. It's going to be caught at the 10. He's going to fight. He's still fighting. He'll be brought down about the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Tigers. They are lighting it up right now on offense. They are absolutely lighting it up. Well, for having a shitty offense, LSU is actually coming out and firing here. Can't hate that. Very interesting decision here. Got a 4 wide out set on the top of the screen here. Going to be a screen coming up, I'm betting. Nussmeier, he's not going to throw it towards the end. He throws toward the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, LSU.
Yeah, everyone's on back. Woo! Who can stop me? Tell me. Who can stop me? What? Yeah! Woo!
Well, there you go. LSU comes out and responds with a punch in the mouth and throw of their own. So, well done, Tigers. Looked like they were going to be throwing it to the top of the screen in a 4 wide receiver bunch formation. Looked like they were trying to set up like a wide receiver screen. Instead, they check it down. Fucking in double coverage. Brown, the wide receiver, catches that for the touchdown. What a play. We are tied at 7. Yeah, I mean, if you're an LSU fan right now, you're very happy to see that. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to really expect here. LSU's offense has kind of been anemic. A&M's had slow starts the last couple of weeks. Ugh. I mean, it's crazy. That is so bullshit. It genuinely is so bullshit that A&M Texas still won their game. Like, genuinely, it's so bullshit. Like, it's insane. Mississippi State completely fell apart. They gave up 24 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, if you're a defensive coordinator and you see that, you're puking. 24 goddamn points in the fourth quarter. Oh, Jesus. Wow. So I guess Miami's uniforms are a little too convincing right now. My green screen's obviously obscuring some of it, but look at that. That's nuts. Apparently their uniforms are blending a little too well in with the green screen, I think, or is it just a meme? I think Sicko's committee is just bullshitting with us, but I mean, who the fuck knows? Yeah, Beavers type shit is right. Alabama, we could have had the greatest weekend of college football. Alabama could have lost. Texas could have lost. And instead, they somehow win via fuck you bullshit. It's the greatest. If it wasn't for Vandy winning and the upset on USF, I'd say that it would be like the biggest blue balls we've had all season. But I mean, sadly, we do not get to enjoy peak. Not this week, at least. I don't believe in the black hoodie bullshit. It's just a fucking like. I do not believe in any way, shape, or form in stuff like that. What's the word for it? Where you like you have a tradition where you rub a hat, you wear a certain hat for a game, or you have to wear a certain shirt for a game to give your team good luck. I don't really believe in that. Like, if my actions over here in fucking Ohio affect anything going on 30 miles away from me or more, it's a bit silly to think about. But I used to be that way when I was a kid, but not anymore. I've been sleeping on Navy for weeks. Navy did almost lose to Temple. Let's not sugarcoat it. Navy did almost lose to Temple. Okay. Navy also hasn't played a football game in 2 weeks. So, just saying. I might be sleeping on Navy because Navy's been sleeping. I don't know. Superstition. Yeah, I don't really believe in superstitions or none of that bullshit. If it's going to happen, it'll happen. If there's a handoff at the middle for A&M and they're going to get a first down immediately on the start of their next drive. Yeah, Navy now controls their own destiny. They could make the playoffs, which would set up like the best possible like crazy scenario of Navy making the college football playoff, going to play Army and Army Navy, and then losing to Army before they play in a playoff game. Because they select the playoff teams before Army and Navy play. Navy's undefeated. They're 7-0. Reed, back to throw. Throwing it. It's an incomplete, intended for the running back. 2nd and 10 coming up. Navy is 7-0. They're 5-0 in conference play. Army's not good, but Army-Navy, it doesn't fucking matter how good one team is over the other. Like, it's like that rivalries, records go to hell. Like, it don't matter what the record is coming in. Reed hands it off up and fakes the handoff. He's going to take it himself. He's only going to get about 3 yards on the carry. 3rd and long coming up here. Maybe in UNT next week. Okay. Well, that'll be determinate because North Texas obliterated Charlotte last night and sent them to an early exit. They're going to get the bell tolled for them this weekend. They now have 7 losses. Charlotte misses bowl season. What a surprise. 3rd and 8 for A&M. Ball on the 39-yard line. Quick audible. LSU threatening the blitz. See if they rush all 5. They rush 6. And it's going to be thrown and caught. And it's going to be a first down, a lot more out to the 50, to the 45, and to the 42-yard line. Concepcion on the catch there for A&M. What a heads-up play there. Quick dump-off pass to get the first down. Taking up the blitz. Well played by A&M. First down. Tulane's looking legit, but it's their bye week. It is. But they're currently in 2nd behind Navy in the American. So they're right there. They're currently the last team in for the conference title, which is huge. Reed steps up in the pocket. He's going to make a run for it. Out to the 40, out to the 35, out to the 30, brought down at about the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 again for the Aggies. This offense is cooking. I might be in for a good old shootout, boys. I don't know what to tell you. Going to be very interesting. I don't really give a shit what their draft rankings are right now, guys. Can we just not hand off to the left side here, and they're going to get out to the line of scrimmage back to the 30. So Stanford, Miami is 7-7 at the half. God fucking damn, Hurricanes. That flight to the West Coast was brutal, huh? Good Lord. Wait, no, they're playing in Coral Gables, aren't they? Hang on. Are they at home? Don't tell me Miami's playing at home and doing this shit against Stanford. 2nd and 10 from the 30. Reed back to pass. Throws it to his left. It's going to be caught at the 25, out to the 20. Brought down around the 4. Nope. They're going to call him short at. They're going to call him at about the 18-yard line. I got to get my words together here. Miami's at home and they're doing this shit? Oh, hell. God. Oh, hell. Oh, boy. I'm going to have to be up late tonight writing this damn script for Chaos because I will not have the patience to write it all out tomorrow. I just won't. 1st and 10, snap from the 18-yard line. Reed, he's going to dump it off to his running back, and he's going to be dropping that one like a sack of potatoes. Incomplete. Going to set up 2nd and 10 here. Oregon is also at home and hasn't scored. What do you mean Oregon hasn't scored yet? They're playing Wisconsin at home. What's up, Ball? What do you mean Oregon hasn't scored at home yet? They're playing fucking Wisconsin. Navy did play today. They're playing Wisconsin. I swear to Christ. Your parlay might be fucked. Yeah, your parlay is definitely fucked, bro. Kiss your money goodbye. Reed's going to keep it himself. He's going to go to his left side, and he's going to make it to about the 15. 3rd down coming up here. It's a manageable 3rd down, but still 3rd and, hasn't stopped A&M quite yet. 3rd downs tonight. So far, it's not what we thought this game was going to be. We thought it was going to be a defensive slugfest, and it's kind of a bit of an offensive showcase for both sides, which is surprising with knowing what we know coming into this game. 3rd and 7 for the Aggies. And they're calling adjustments at the line. They're seeing something by the LSU team. Let's see if they rush. They're going to rush 4. Reed backs up. He'll step up in the pocket. Scrambles to his right. Thrown. Caught. What the fuck? It's Concepcion. Touchdown. A&M. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, everyone come back. Woo! Who can stop me? Tell me. Who can stop me? What? Yeah. Woo!
On the run, he scrambles out to his right, and Casey Concepcion catches it through a fucking window. The size of about yay big. Holy shit, what a play. That's beautiful. That was beautiful. Extra points good. It is 14-7 Aggies. God damn. Casey Concepcion is an underrated wide receiver, man. He's underrated as fuck. He's great. Honestly, he's the best piece of the A&M offense, in my opinion. I remember watching him play at NC State last year, and I thought, damn, this guy's pretty fucking good. And he transferred to A&M, and my God. He was wide open, actually. Holy shit. There was no one around Concepcion for 5 yards. And it looked impressive from the camera side, but when you see the sky cam, you see Concepcion with 10 yards of wiggle room. I mean, yeah, that's an easy throw from Reed all day. You give him enough room to throw the ball and Concepcion's that open, come on, give me a fucking break, man. Safety's got lost in the sauce on the coverage. Had to have. All right, kickoff is away. Let's see what happens here. Caught in the end zone. Gonna be a touchback. Wow. Yeah, Marcel Reed is cooking, dude. He's playing extremely well so far. Let me take a look at the game stats here, see where we're at right now. I'll give the bastard his due. He is playing extremely well. Marcel Reed's having a great season. Jesus Christ. 3 minutes to go in the first half, and Oregon still hasn't scored. They're in the Wisconsin 16, though, so they might be able to do that here soon. First attempt for LSU from the 25. They're going to hand the ball off up the middle and get about 2, maybe 3 on the carry. Second down coming up. Mario Cristobal pulling a Chauncey Billups. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, he's just bad. At least Chauncey Billups is a great, basketball strategist and coach. He just also has a crippling gambling addiction. Mario Cristobal is just a bad head coach. Nussmeier to throw over the middle. Caught. It's going to be a first down. He's still going out to about the 41-yard line. So, I mean, this is probably going to be the whole night here. Just a shootout. And that is the end of the first quarter. So, where do we stand right now? I don't know. Dumbass of the week is up in the air right now. I don't know who would actually win Dumbass of the week. If LSU does, I'd be very shocked. Marcel Reed, 5 for 8 with a touchdown. Garrett Nussmeier, 8 for 10 with a touchdown. But also Reed has been running the ball down their throats. Marcel Reed has 60 yards rushing already for this game. That's fucking scary to think about. With a rushing touchdown, I might add. I mean, even contest right now. Very even contest. I don't see anything really that's jarring to me. I would say that LSU, it's going to be one of those games where it's just going to come down to the wire. It's going to be a shootout, and it's going to be whoever gets the ball in the end zone last. That's what I'm seeing right now, but I do not know. We got to see what plays out from there. Marshaw is happy for Bearcats in hell. Fuck her. She's a fucking cunt. Let's take a look at some other scores around the FBS right now. TCU up 27 on West Virginia. Wisconsin and Oregon are tied with 2 minutes to go in the first half at 0, but Oregon has the ball in the Wisconsin 9, so that's going to change. Stanford and Miami are tied at 7 at halftime. Georgia Southern and Arkansas State. Georgia Southern is lighting up the Red Wolves right now, 21-10. Troy up 21-17 on Louisiana. Our game, 14-7 here. 10-7 Boston College over Louisville early in the second quarter. Might be something to kind of keep an eye on. Michigan's up 10-0 on Michigan State. Sparty down bad. Wyoming, Brooklyn, I hope you're here. Up 14-0 on Colorado State, which they're a complete wreck right now after losing their head coach. Tennessee up 14-7 on Kentucky. Houston up 3-0 on Arizona State. And that's where scores are at the moment. Taking a look back at the top 25 players that played today. Games that have already gone final. Baylor and Cincinnati. Cincinnati beat the shit out of Baylor 41-20. Indiana beat the absolute dog shit out of UCLA 56-6. Both Mendozas, Fernando and Alberto, got in at quarterback and beat up the Bruins. We all know the bullshit that was pulled out for Alabama, 29-22 over South Carolina there. Georgia Tech ran wild over Syracuse, 41-16. Ole Miss took care of business against Oklahoma. It got kind of dicey there in the third quarter, though. Vandy beat Mizzou, 17-10. BYU took care of business against Iowa State, 41-27. Texas Tech goose eggs Oklahoma State, 42-0. Good Lord. Virginia survives a scare against North Carolina, 17-16 in overtime. Memphis knocks off South Florida, number 18, 34-31. Texas pulls out some bullshit, beats Mississippi State. Washington beat Illinois. I just realized that. What the fuck? There's a handoff at the middle by LSU out to the 44-yard line. Washington destroyed Illinois, 42-25. So much for the 10-win season of Illini. Did Altmaier fucking collapse or something? I don't know. 2nd and 6 from the 45. Nussmeier back to throw. He's going to get sacked again for the second time tonight by A&M.
This ain't no ballet, motherfucker. This is for real. Come on.
Oh, damn, I did not realize that Illinois got beat up by the Huskies. I mean, that's a slaughter. 42-25. God damn. Ugh, I'm going to have my hands full with chaos this week. I'm going to be up a lot tonight. I got to figure this shit out. 3rd and 12 for LSU. A&M already got 2 sacks on the Tigers. Back to throw, Nussmeier again. Looks to his right, thrown, and it is batted away, incomplete. And 3 and out for LSU. No, not 3 and out, actually, but still, like the drive's over. I don't know. I wouldn't call. I mean, yeah. No, it wasn't a stun. It was Mississippi State blew it. They fucking blew it. You take away that punt return touchdown for Texas, the game is completely different. But basically, the punt return touchdown for Texas, it went to overtime. Even with Arch Manning getting knocked out of the game in overtime, the backup quarterback threw a perfect touchdown pass. This is what you get for having a backup quarterback as a senior. OSU's watching their strength of schedule fall apart in real time. Okay, yeah, sure, but their defense hasn't given up more than 10 points to anybody all season. That kind of kills the strength of schedule argument, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, that's what that matters a little bit more. I mean, let me just paint a picture for you here, okay? And I'm not going to count Grambling State. Actually, I'll count Grambling State because fuck it, we'll be accurate here. Let's see. Ohio State has given up how many points? So 7, 0, 9, 6, 3. Sorry, 16. They gave up 16 against Illinois. My bad. I forgot. They got a garbage time touchdown. And 0. Okay. They've given up a total of 41 points all season in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. So their defense is giving up less than a touchdown per game. Just under 6 points. Clizzard, what the fuck? That 6-7 shit is so dumb. I mean, I don't want to sound like an old man. Because, I mean, shit. When I was in high school, we were saying some really dumb shit like, you know, what the fuck was I saying in high school that was considered really stupid back then? Gat was a big one. Getting in the whip was another one. Yeah, I'm old. I mean, every single generation of high schooler has fucking their own sayings. I don't see what the harm is. It 6-7 is bad. Dude, I don't even know what the fuck it means. I just heard it was a verse in a rap song somewhere because the dude didn't have anything else to rhyme. So he just said 6-7 and that was it. Like, I don't even know if that's like even a legit thing. I don't even know who the rapper is. I don't listen to that shit personally. I'm very much on the divorced dad rock train. But, you know, to each their own. If it's not hurting anybody, I don't really give a shit. LaMelo Ball sung that song. Why is LaMelo Ball rapping? Did they not know what happened with Antonio Brown? Shit. All right, well, A&M's got the ball after the punt. We are coming up now on about 13 and a half to go in the second quarter. Let's see what A&M can do. From the 16, Reed drops back to pass. He chucks it over to the left side. It's going to be caught. First down, A&M. Interesting. NBA rappers usually pan out better mentally. Yeah, I wonder why. Mentally speaking, I wonder why an NBA rapper will pan out better than a football rapper. Any guesses as to why that would be the case? Oh, shit, fumble! Quarterback wasn't looking at the center. Center snapped the ball, scored it between him and the running back. Running back falls on it. That could kill the drive. Second and a mile coming up here. Beat the ever-loving crap. I don't even know what the hell that means, Bull. Jesus Christ. Can you please spell it out for me? You got like 11 letters for an acronym. You're not helping me, Bull. 2nd and 21 now for A&M. Reed back to pass. Throws. He threw a duck, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by LSU. Oh, wait a second. It isn't intercepted. They're calling incomplete. Tipped at the line, maybe? One said intercepted, one said incomplete. On the field, they're saying it's 3rd and 21. Oh, yeah, that's incomplete. Ball hit the turf. I was about to hit the button, but ball hit the turf. Hang on, Bull. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Sit tight. Don't abandon your Aggies yet. It was incomplete. It was a scare. 3rd and 21 for the Aggies. Yes, Navy is still undefeated. Reed back to pass. Looks over the middle. Scrambles. He's in his own end zone and incomplete. Just threw the ball away. 4th and 21. They'll have to punt. On a 3-man rush, no less. Okay. Well, yeah, that fumble pretty much killed the drive. It happens. That's crazy. Phoenix with the two bucks. Thank you, sir. One more win. War damn Eagle. Yeah. One more win and you're bowl eligible, I think. You got to scare it. That was a scare against Woo Pig Sui today, though. Blocked punt! The punt is blocked, and it's out the back of the end zone. And it's going to be a safety. The blocked punt is knocked out the back of the end zone, and it's a safety.
Pay attention now. You know what you're getting next time. Some of this, and this. Ha ha, yeah. Good night, baby. You're dead.
All right, bye, Bull. I understand. You don't want to deal with this shit. That was an incredibly well-timed special teams play. God damn. Wow. Wow. That was huge. And LSU gets the ball back after the safety. They changed the crowns for chat, EXP? What do you mean? Let's check in on what the fuck are we doing here? How are we trash when there's a team with worse records? We have a tough. You're trash because you guys cannot seem to rise against adversity. Today was the first time you guys actually rose against adversity. These officials have kind of made you their bitch the last few weeks of the season. Not to mention it just, Jackson Arnold completely fell apart for y'all. So I don't know. Hugh Freeze is just not that good to me. I don't see where the difference is in the Crowns. Hugh Freeze is just not a good coach. He's just not been a good coach for y'all. And I think you'd be better off getting rid of him considering there's a lot of different coaches that are going to be on the market this offseason. Okay. All right. I'll give you guys this, okay? Auburn, you're not trash. At least you're better than Kentucky. I'll give you that. They're trash. Run up the middle for LSU, and that's going to be brought down for about, I want to say the 34-yard line. He's a worse person? Oh, even better. Makes me feel even less bad that he's going to lose his fucking job. I'll tell you what, though. Whoopig-Suey, Arkansas. Yeah, there was a safety, but the score bug has not gotten it updated yet. It's behind. It's very behind. The score bug's delayed, guys. We got 11.5 to go in the second quarter. It's 14-9, A&M above LSU right now. Just give it some time. It'll update. 10th at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. Third down coming up here for LSU. Yeah, there was a safety. I'm going to put a banner up temporarily. This is not the first time that this fucking score bug has acted up on us this season. There we go. All right, so 3rd and 7 come up for LSU, trying to get something going here on this drive, and the A&M's going to blitz. They send the house. Pass is caught for a 2-yard gain, but it's nowhere near enough for a first down. Going to be 4th down coming up, and Nussmeier got drilled on that play. I mean, he got whacked. Oh, yeah. Nussmeier's hurt. His abs are killing him right now. He got whacked. A&M sent the house. They sent like 6 guys and just barely got it out. He got his face stepped on. Oh, it's rough. I'm going to try to get the score bug working again. Bear with me. And they're going to punt the ball, and it'll die at about the 25-yard line. So there. Okay. So I got it up on my screen now. Now it's updated. Okay. So now we're good. All right. So the bug is finally working again. After a damn safety. One of the damnest things you can have happen on this show. Rice beat UConn in overtime, too. Jesus Christ. You lost to food. Oh, rapid fire is going to be so much fun this week. I'm genuinely considering just doing 1 week where it's just rapid fires. Like we just do, all right, guys, so, it's a fast 3 minutes of football. I want to kind of take this week off, so we're just going to rapid fire everybody and go from there. That's like a meme. I'm thinking about maybe the final week of the season. Realistically, I'll talk about, the most important games. And then I'll give every single game airtime on rapid fire. The rest of the games, I'll give them all airtime. The season-ending rapid fire is going to be the entire schedule. That's said you lost a Wake. I'll be more creative than that. I was thinking more along the lines of you lost to Wake Forest? The Deacons. What the hell are you doing over there, ponies? You know what I'm really craving right now? It's buffalo chicken. I've been like on a fucking tear for buffalo chicken right now. Oh, okay. That's the actual picture. The Miami uniforms have too good of camo. Something that is crazy to think about if you think about the playoffs here. So South Florida lost their second game of the season today. that I would think pretty much eliminates them from the playoffs. They barely would let it. They would allow a Big Ten or SEC 2-loss team in because the Big Ten and the SEC. They're not going to let in a 2-loss American team. They're just not. It ain't happening. The door immediately opens up to other teams like Navy, obviously. It opens up again to Tulane. But also, the Mountain West has something to say about this now, thanks to UNLV only having 1 loss. So, it is not over yet. And, I mean, apparently the Sun Belt's also in play. If that's correct. I'm curious now. Is there anybody in the Sun Belt with 1 loss or is undefeated? I know nobody's undefeated. 24 is too high. No, fuck that. We don't need 24 teams in FBS for a playoff. 12 is fine. 16 is probably a little too much. 24 is up. James Madison? Really? The Dukes. Reed back to pass on 1st and 10 for A&M. He's going to throw. It's going to be caught. First down coming up here at the 40 to 45, all the way down to about the 47-yard line for A&M. So, Red Stanford is Stanfording. I mean, James Madison's always been kind of like one of the higher-end Sun Belt teams, but then they lost Kurt Signetti. Oh, James Madison 6-1. Okay, fair enough. Hand the ball off to the left side, out to about the 47-yard line, maybe. Second down coming up. Okay, so James Madison from the Sun Belt, they're in the conversation now, thanks to USF's loss. In the American, you got to think that Tulane's definitely in. Memphis is back in the hunt. Navy is very much probably leading the American at the moment. North Texas is still alive, so it's still a very American-dominated race. Second down coming up here for A&M from the 49-yard line. And we got a flag down, and I think we're going to have it on the offense. False start on the offense. And then, oh, wait a minute. There's one more player we haven't been talking about. UNLV is 6-1 in the Mountain West. Yeah, but guess who else is 6-1 in the Mountain West and just beat the shit out of Fresno State today? San Diego State is 6-1. Boise State has 2 losses. At this point, they're not making it in. Even if they have even if they run the table and all the American teams fall off, San Diego State and UNLV are 6-1 right now. Reed throws it off to his left side. It's going to be caught by Concepcion. And be third down coming up. I know the Mountain West in general isn't the best conference in the group of 5, but it's got 2 6-1 teams right now. Therefore, you got to consider them. What up, Zep? What about the MAC? Just out of curiosity, what about the MAC? Does anybody in the MAC only have 1 loss? Nope. The MAC is just wasteland. What up, back bar? 3rd and 7 for the Aggies. Reed back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Still looking. He's going to throw it deep. It's caught with 1 hand. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Out at the 4-yard line. Bethel Roman plucks it out of the sky with 1 fucking hand. What a catch. Oh my God, what a catch. Damn. Ashton Bethel Roman with a fucking web gem right there. 1st and goal. Reed looks to his right, looks to his left, throws over the middle, off the hands of Concepcion, incomplete. He was covered and covered. That's got to be one of the fucking best catches of the entire season for anybody. Zep's going to be rating and running. All right, buddy. You do you. You're good. Appreciate you coming in and being in and out at least. Feel free to filter in and out. I don't care. Yeah, consistently about 20 people hanging around, which is pretty cool. Second and goal. Reed hands it off at the middle. Gets stopped by the line, but still chugs out 2 yards on the carry there. Going to be third and goal coming up here for the Aggies. The fact that A&M's defense was able to stop LSU after the safety is was really critical because they could, get a touchdown here and get a 2-possession lead. Third and goal coming up for the Aggies here. They're inside the 5. I want to say they're on the 3-yard line. They're on the 3-yard line. Snap. Reed looks to his left. Over the middle. Intercepted in the end zone by LSU. They're going to return it. 10, 15, 20. Out to the 25-yard line. Red, green, blue. I'm going to ask you, please do not put spoilers in the chat. I do appreciate it. Thank you. I know I'm behind a little bit thanks to lag and stream, but try your best not to put spoilers in the chat. Marcel Reed throws an interception in the dead center of the end zone. And first turnover of the game. I just realized I haven't hit the graphic yet.
You want this ball? You're going to have to take it from me. Take it from me, baby. It's mine.
And there you go. Marcel Winston is right. That was a drive where if you're A&M, you got to get a touchdown there. You got to get some points there, at least to get yourself a little bit more breathing room. Because LSU's only behind by 5. A safety. If I had a nickel for every time there was there was a safety in 2 different ranked matchups this week. God, what was the other game? Reed can't read. That's brutal.
You don't need to speak about all the hockey stuff, right? College football, it's a type of thing. The purpose of engineering is to unlock performance. This is a hex hacker with hybrid technology. Now, perfectly balanced with durability, steering power, and non-skid critical performance. Its purpose is to help F1 drivers easily know that pursuit.
What a fucking play there. LSU, Ohio State plays Penn State next Saturday. Yep. They're fucked. Poor Lions. They're so screwed. All right, well, first and 10 for the Tigers at the 25-yard line after the interception. Nussmeier back to pass, looks to his left, going to dump it off to his running back, and it's going to be a loss of 2 yards on the catch there. Sharp was the receiver, just could not get back to the line of scrimmage. Probably not going to be streaming Ohio State, Penn State, to be honest with you. So here's how my streaming schedule kind of works, guys. I have 2 kids that I have to share time with their biological mother. If their mother is watching the kids on a given Saturday, which doesn't happen very often, then I will be able to be freed up to do that. And there's a carry up the middle for another loss of yards. It's going to be 3rd and long coming up for LSU. But if I have the kids, which is the case most weekends, I can really only stream at night when the kids are in bed. I put them to bed before 7:30, and they can hop on. That was the case today. Because honestly, I wanted so badly to cover the Mizzou Vandy game over this thing, but I couldn't because I got 2 kids to take care of. Kids come first every time. So, yeah, that's how that's going. So there, 3rd and 13, and we got a flag down. Gonna be false start coming up on LSU. Yeah. So yeah, and then for like during the week, streams are just random. Like the FBS report's the only stream that I do that's like dead set for that time because I actively have to schedule. I schedule my life around that to make sure that we get that done. Since me and Squid have 2 different schedules, and we have to make sure we meet together at that time. But everything else, it's just like when I can. Nussmeier back to throw. It is going to be caught at about the 15-yard line. Nowhere near enough for the first down. LSU will punt. Phoenix with the 2. Thank you again, sir. Congrats on the 7,000, by the way. Great to see the channel grow. Thank you. Yeah, we hit 7,000 subscribers on Wednesday, which is honestly insane to think about. We got a flag down because we hit 5,000 like a month and a half ago, right after the season started. So we've grown a couple thousand since then, which is wonderful because that means the channel is really starting to kind of get its stride. Really, really hoping we can hit 10,000 by the national championship. We got a personal foul, unnecessary roughness on Texas A&M. That's an automatic first down for LSU. God damn. You lack discipline, sir. Texas Rio Grande Valley has been surprisingly good this season in FCS. Like, they have been tearing it up. Really? You're going to call that? Wait a minute. You're going to call that? Nussmeier, he's going to throw it deep. He's got a man, and it's going to be caught at the 15-yard line. Wow. Just a straight-up go route, and it is caught for the fucking huge gain. 41-yard reception. I mean, I got dropped right over the defender's shoulder. There was nothing he could have done. He didn't even see the ball coming. Four and a half to go in the second. This game kind of flying. LSU has a good chance here to take the lead. They got a really good chance here to take the lead. But let's go back to the roughing the flag on the play. What the fuck? Yeah, so what happened was on the personal foul, A&M player got shoved after the play was over. The player then shoved the defender back, and that's what got the foul for personal foul and necessary roughness. The one thing that I've always was told in football, you can do basically whatever you want when the play is going on. But once that whistle blows, you need to stop. If the other player wants to push you around, don't respond because the response that gets flagged. That's intercept. No, it's not. Nussmeier threw a wounded duck over the middle of the field, and it was nearly picked off. Not quite, but nearly. And that's why that guy plays defense, because he can't catch. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage. It was a wounded duck, fell right into his hands, and he dropped it. Could have been a massive turnover for A&M, but instead it's going to be second down. Snap, Nussmeier hands it off up the middle. He's got a wide open lane. It's going to be first and goal from about the 4-yard line. And again, A&M's paying for it in spades. You can say whatever you want in this chat that's not like obscene. I'm pretty loose on the rules in chat. Just don't be racist, don't be homophobic, and don't be an asshole. That's it. Because I don't put up with all three of that. So now you pretty much say what the fuck you want. I don't care. No politics either. Please, God, don't. First and goal for LSU coming up here. They're down by 5 currently. Ironton. Yeah, I heard about Ironton. They apparently, I heard that they had kids from outside of the district playing for their football team. Is that right? We don't know who Ironton is. They're like, one of those teams that, has been like one of the top teams in the state for a little bit, but they're also a smaller community. Nussmeier scrambles to the right side. He's going to get brought down for a loss. Second and goal coming up here. Ironton's a high school football team in Ohio. They're known around the state. They've won some state titles and all that shit in football. Youth sports football playoffs coming up. That would be cool to include rapid fire. Oh yeah, youth sports. I'll take a look. Let's see if I remember to do that. Honestly, they were the defending state champions too. Okay, that makes more sense now. Second and goal. Snap. Nussmeier's going to hand it off up the middle. Running back to the right side. He is in. Touchdown, LSU.
Yeah, everyone come back. Woo! Who can stop me? Tell me. Who can stop me? What? Yeah! Woo!
And LSU takes the lead. 15-14, going to be 16-14 on the extra point. Go. So LSU coming out here, they're not backing down from the Aggies. They are not backing down from the Aggies. Three minutes to go in the second. It is a hell of a ball game going on here in Death Valley. He doinks it! The kick is no good! The kick is no fucking good! He doinked it!
What? Are you an idiot?
I think somebody on the defense got a piece of it. I don't know, because that was just so horribly kicked. If it wasn't, but it bounced right off the crossbar, like dead ass off. Whoa. Well, shit. Oh, Oregon and Wisconsin have always hated each other because of their Rose Bowl games. Just straight up. I think Oregon beat Wisconsin twice in the Rose Bowl, if I remember correctly. I want to say yes, they did. If not, it was at least once. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought Oregon beat Wisconsin twice in the Rose Bowl. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You got it, Skyblaze. Yeah, I mean, I made videos on Oregon and Wisconsin, so I thought I knew that. I couldn't remember for 100%. Kickoff will be waved off at the 7. They're going to call fair catch. Harlem Berry, the freshman running back for LSU, is having himself a game. Hey, Red, how the fuck are we winning? Dude, I don't fucking know. Oh, no, Miami. Oh, no, Miami. Oh, no, Miami. Oh, no, not Miami. Can't do this again. Y'all need fucking Jesus or something. I don't know. I'm not religious, but y'all need fucking Jesus. Oh, no. Miami's doing the bullshit, aren't they? It's 14-7 against Stanford. Good God. How is Houston 6-1? Yeah, they're the worst 6-1 team in the But you have heard of me. I loved that meme last week. That was fun. All right, well, A&M's got the ball with 3 minutes to go in the first half. You get the 2-minute timeout, and A&M still has 2 timeouts. Don't let the scorebook fool you. They don't have 3. It's timeouts are wrong there. Reed hands it off, and they're going to get about 5 yards on the carry. Second down coming up here. Oh, no, they fumbled it on the 20-yard line. Old Crimson got hands. All right, let's go beat up Old Crimson. 2 hours later. Damn, Old Crimson got hands. Yeah, they won, but Virginia won, but damn. Oh, yeah, no, I know a lot. I like to say that I'm pretty well versed on memes and shit. And that's going to be a wide receiver screen. It's going to be out to 35, 45, 40. Out to the 50-yard line. First down, A&M. That's probably going to take us to the 2-minute timeout. It's not that popular now, but it was pretty popular at one point for like a week. Oh, boy. Blue Jays just tied against the Dodgers. Yeah, I know game 2 of the World Series. I saw a little bit of game 1 of the World Series last night, and the Blue Jays just tore up Los Angeles. Like, they opened up a can of Canadian whoop-ass on their asses there. What up from New York City? Hell yeah, Mel. Good to have you here. Yeah. You're right on point there, Katie. Start off good and then burst into a ball of flames, just like I said last week. It's tradition at this point. I want to do a story time on Miami from the moment they lost the national championship game to Ohio State to the modern day. That'll be another offseason project. So, like, offseason projects right now, I got quite a bit. James Franklin is getting his own video, a la John Cooper style. UCLA is getting it. Miami's going to get it, I think, this offseason finally. Virginia Tech's well overdue. They're going to fucking get it. And they're going to get a full fucking season, too. Like, they're going to get the whole history of Virginia Tech in one video. That's 4 right there. That's going to be – I'm working on both the Franklin and the UCLA one right now, getting the scripts wrote out for that. Neither of those are going to come out until the regular season ends. UCLA, yeah. UCLA is going to get it. I know. It sounds weird, but keep in mind, they've been absolute trash the last 20 years. And the whole story of UCLA football, honestly, is quite crazy, if you think about it. Like, when the Pacific Coast Conference, the precursor to the Pac-12, fell apart, it was because all the other Pacific schools were cheating so bad that they had to disband the conference before the NCAA got involved. And this is before the NCAA really had an enforcement agency. Like, NCAA didn't just start giving out death penalties until they gave one to Kentucky in, like, I think the mid to late 50s. So, you know, especially out west, the NCAA had no fucking control. So that's going to be a hell of a story there. I'm working on both UCLA and James Franklin now. I'm hoping to have at least one of those out by the end of the season. So give me until December to have one of those done. Although I'm not going to be able to really commit full time to it until we get to the end of the regular season because of the weekly chaos videos that take 2.5 to 3 days to make. And then by the time I'm done making them, I kind of need to take a break or I'm going to get burned out. All right. I'm going to dip into the whiskey a little bit. Let's get you. 21-7 Stanford leads. What? That's not right. Miami leads. You'll say they were up 14-7. All right. Miami is probably going to pull away from Stanford here. Took them a while, but they're probably going to pull away. Damn it. Well, they're not going to lose every game the rest of the season. You know, let's not be silly here. I want to do a video on Michigan. I think that'll be like Michigan's pain years after 1999. I think that'll be another project I'll try to do this offseason. I mean, I got Ohio State. I need to do Michigan at some point. Reed, he's going to fake the handoff and be brought down behind the backfield line. Second down coming up for A&M. Everybody's going to get it at some point. Every single football team in FBS is going to get shit on by me at length at some point. I don't know if I'll ever do a story time on every single college football team, but I mean, there's so many stories that I'm never going to run out of content, which is great to know. Michigan State deserves it. Oh, yeah, they're another one. Reed tipped at the line. Intercepted by LSU. Marcel Reed's pass is tipped at the line and picked off.
You want this ball? You want to take it from me. Take it from me, baby. It's mine.
2 goddamn interceptions for LSU now. That second one was not Marcel Reed's fault, but it doesn't matter. LSU has the ball regardless. Wow, that is nuts. I mean, great play by the LSU defense there. They forced that one. Yeah, Michigan State's, I mean, think of every single team that's not the cream of the crop. They're all going to get it at some point. And then also think of the teams that are great, and I'm going to get them for some other shit when they were not great. Did I ever do a history video on the rivalry of Ohio State? No. HBO did a wonderful documentary on the Ohio State-Michigan rivalry, and I don't know if I'd ever be able to do anything better than that, but that would be a primary source for sure. I don't know if I'd ever do that. Nussmeier back to pass. It's going to be thrown and caught near the 45-yard line for LSU. Minute to go in the first half. I mean, LSU has a chance here to potentially break this one open and either take a 4-point or an 8-point lead going into the half. So we'll see what happens here. Nussmeier, handoff up to the middle. He's going to cut out to his right side. He's going to stay on his feet. 35-30, 25-20. Down at about the 15-yard line, just short of it. And with 46 seconds to go, LSU is in the red zone, and this offense is absolutely humming. LSU still has 2 timeouts. Again, scorebug isn't right on the timeouts. It never has been. And clock is ticking. What are we doing, boys? What are we doing? Clock tick, 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 tick. Calling an audible, and then Nussmeier calls a timeout. Oh. LSU is just Texas A&M is cracking. They're starting to crack. They started off really good on offense, but they're starting to crack now. The defense can't stop the LSU attack. The offense is shitting themselves. Imagine if A&M loses the rest of their games and they only win like one more game and they do finish 8-4. Shaq is jumping up and down on the sidelines too. What the fuck? That's funny. Of course Shaq's at the LSU game. He's the biggest fucker there. I wonder if they're going to see if he has any eligibility left. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. From the 16-yard line, Nussmeier throws it, and it is incomplete. Miscommunication on the play there for the wide receiver. Second and 10 coming up here for LSU. From the 16-yard line, snap, handoff up the middle, gain of about 3 on the carry there. 3rd down coming up. I know I wasn't really sure what to expect coming into this game, Floby. I really don't know because I wasn't sure if we were going to get a defensive slugfest with this lack of scoring by both teams the last couple of weeks, or if it was going to be like another Notre Dame game between A&M and Notre Dame. And it's kind of leaning towards a shootout, but not really because A&M keeps shooting themselves in the foot. Do I think a hypothetical merger between the new Pac-12 and American would be a worthy power conference? No. No. To achieve power conference status, you got to get a couple of blue bloods in there, or you got to make new blue bloods. You got to get a national champion either to join your conference or to win while in your conference. That's really the only way you can do that. So no, even if they were to merge, it wouldn't be a power conference. The American's not a power conference at all. 3rd and 7 for LSU. Snap, Nussmeier. He's got a man open, and he drops the fucking ball. Threw it too far in front of him. 4th and 7, and here comes the field goal kicking team. The Big 12 is barely a power conference, and it's just because that a few of the teams that have been in the Big 12 that are in the Big 12 have been playoff contenders and have won national championships or have been playing in the national championship. TCU made the national title game a couple of years ago. Who cares if they fucking got blown out by Georgia? 4th and 7. Here comes the field goal opportunity for LSU. Kick is on the way, and it is cleared. LSU leads 18-14. I gotta get a new field goal graphic. That thing's old as shit. It's got the old logo on there, too. The Big 12 statistically is not as powerful as the ACC because Clemson is in the ACC. Florida State's in the ACC, who's a legendary power at least. Also, you got to think about, like, it's not just football, basketball. We got to talk about Duke and North Carolina there. So, Big 12's got Kansas, sure. Who else? Anybody? Texas Tech's been pretty good the last couple of years. That's about it. Even still, Kansas is falling off. Duke's falling off. North Carolina's falling off because of NIL. So, I mean, you know. So 20 seconds to go here in the first half for LSU and A&M. Honestly, it would not surprise me to see if A&M just takes a knee and goes to the half and just regroups. Houston, Iowa State, Baylor, Arizona, and how many national titles have they won between them? They're great at basketball, yeah, sure. I don't follow the basketball scene too hard. Obviously, I don't talk about it, so I don't really know, to be honest. I don't pay too much attention to college basketball until March Madness really comes up and conference tournaments begin. So I lightly follow Ohio State men's basketball. Tennessee can't tackle. What a surprise. A&M's going to hand the ball off. He's going to break free all the way out to the 40-yard line. And they're going to call a timeout because they just got a nice little chunk on the yardage play here, so they might be able to make something happen. Oh, I won't lie. College basketball is fun. It's just not my thing. I can't follow it that much. It's hard for me to do that. I think it's better than the NBA by a mile for sure, but I can't really follow it too well. I don't know. Chris Fowler looks like he's on a fucking bender, dude. He looks like shit. He's cut to the fucking booth camera, and he looks like absolute dog shit. Cumberland's wins over Bethel. All right. Let's see if A&M can get this ball in the field goal range. That could change it up a little bit going into the half. A&M and LSU do have a little bit of a rivalry here. They've been playing each other kind of on and off even before the SEC days. They played each other quite frequently, thanks to just being neighbors. The last time A&M won in Baton Rouge was 1994 per the screen, I think it said. It's going to be thrown and caught out to about the 50-yard line. They're not going to be able to get anything going here, but we got a flag down. What do we got a flag down for? Holding on A&M. Goodbye field goal opportunity. Just continuing to shoot themselves in the foot. Yeah, everyone talks about the LSU A&M game. That was a 74-72 game. That was bonkers, and that's really what people will kind of point to as like where the rivalry actually picked up steam. But LSU has been a pain in A&M's ass for the better part of 40 years. If you watch the A&M video, you'll see that they've always kind of been a thorn in their side. And therefore, it kind of makes the SEC conference choice have a little bit more sense. A&M nailed it out. They're going to the half, and we're at halftime. 18-14, LSU. So, A&M just completely lost all their momentum at the end of the half there. Like, they just could not. 2 turnovers killed them. Oh, boy. Well, A&M's not going to make Atlanta this year. Mizzou has gone twice. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What do we call this, guys? I call this a big steaming pile of shit for A&M right now. They've just been absolutely like their offense usually carries them in these situations. They started out white hot, but then the 2 interceptions, the block punt for the safety, they're kind of falling apart at the seams here. The halftime, they could regroup, but we'll see. Mizzou, they went to the SEC title game in 2010. I can't remember. Anyway, I'll be right back in just a second. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're back. Sorry, guys. I normally don't do this on camera because I don't like to eat on camera, but I'm going to eat on camera because we had this flatbread Alfredo thing for dinner tonight, and it tasted amazing. So I'm hungry. All right. What up, Arctic? Apologies for eating on camera, but I'm hungry. They're showing highlights of Texas coming back and winning their game. Vanderbilt, I think, at this point, they could definitely be – they could go 11-1. If that happens, they're in the playoffs, bar none. I think if they lose the last game of the season against Tennessee, I think if they go 10-2, they're still making it in. They got a hell of a resume under them now. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can't – I don't think anybody can really hate Vanderbilt right now for being good. Like, I don't want the SEC to dominate the national title hunt, but, I mean, if it's Vanderbilt, I can live with it. How do conference tiebreakers go? It depends on the conference. That's crazy to think about. The Vanderbilt's ever had 10 wins in a season. Really is crazy. They're within 7 of Kentucky. Oh, boy. Squid's going through right now. Oh, boy. Yeah, I think if this shit keeps up, guys, we might go and say hi to Uncle Squid and try to give him moral support. How's he doing? Like, legit, how's he doing? Oh, shit, he did get a haircut. Fuck, what the hell is he wearing on his head? Goddamn. Yeah. It's tough times in Nayland right now. Tough time for the Volunteers. Oh, they're in Kentucky. Never mind. Yeah, Squid said he was going to get a haircut, but I hadn't seen it yet, so that's a first. Arctic Phoenix 27 with the $2. Thank you very much. With South Florida losing, who is your group of 5 pick? God. We brought this up a little bit earlier in the stream. It's such a toss-up right now. You can look at the 8 Americans still. There's 4 teams in the running there. Navy, Tulane, North Texas, Memphis. Those 4 are immediately in the running in the American. And then you got the Mountain West, where UNLV and San Diego State are 6-1. And then you got the Sun Belt with James Madison being 6-1. So you got a lot to choose from here. I think out of all the teams right now, I would still pick a team from the American to win. And right now, I'm still going with Navy, considering they're undefeated, although they have been a little bit rocky. So I'll go with Navy for the moment, but I'm not going to hold myself to that. It could totally change next week. It's like a game of hot potato with this fucking shit. Thank you for the $2, Arctic. Appreciate you. By the way, quick recipe idea if you guys want to eat what I'm eating right now. This is chicken Alfredo on flatbread. Okay. We're going to get chefy here for a moment. You take just store-bought Alfredo sauce, some mozzarella cheese, cook up some chicken, dice it up, throw it on one of those flatbreads you can get at Kroger for like $2, $4. Toss it in the oven and you're good to go. I got a little bit of buffalo sauce on mine because I'm an asshole. So there you go. It's pretty good stuff. If you want to have chicken Alfredo, but you don't want to cook pasta and make a mess, throw some of that shit on a flatbread and throw it in the oven for like 10, 15 minutes at 350 and you're good. That's pretty good. Tulane's your top pick? I don't know. I mean, Retzlaff is a good quarterback, and he could probably sneak bullshit their way in, but, you never know. You never know with the group of 5. It's a wide-open race right now. Anybody can get in. And to a Halloween party. Y'all have a good night. Thank you, Phoenix. Appreciate you being here, buddy, as always. Enjoy the Halloween party. Have a drink for me. Miami's going to run away with it now, yeah. Tulane versus BYU in the first round for the storylines. Yeah, that would be nuts, right? Red Sox has to go back to Provo and play his old school that literally didn't want to get rid of him. They were going to suspend him, though, because he had sex. Oh, God. I love how nobody's talking about the fact that Illinois got knocked off by Washington today and got murdered, I should say. Because that team has been pretty good for a while now. Excuse me one second. Our teams are pretty good for a while now. All right.
They're made to be worn. Seasoned by the seasons themselves. And the best way to wear them is to just keep wearing them.
I wouldn't say Illinois should have never been in the top 25 this year. They looked kind of convincing there for a while. I mean, you go back, 3 weeks ago before the Ohio State game, yeah, they lost to Indiana early in the season, but they've still been pretty good. But, they held their own. They beat USC, who is still ranked, who was ranked until they lost to Notre Dame, I should say. Like, they've been winning the games, some pretty close games, get some pretty tough teams, but it is just, I did not think that Illinois would actually go 10-2 again like they did last year. I doubted that severely. They could still have a 10-win season if they win their bowl game, but probably not. At this rate, it's probably not going to happen. It's piss and rain in Oregon, yeah. All right. This should be a defensive battle. Yeah. Let's take a look, see what else is going on around college football right now. Just kind of get our feet, we'll keep ourselves appraised of what's going on here. They're showing local news over here right now.
Yesterday afternoon on State Route 749 in Ohio Township. The Ohio State Highway Patrol said a 75-year-old driver lost control of his car and hit 2 utility poles. They said 19-year-old Natalie Gill died at the scene. The driver and another passenger were taken to the medical center with serious injuries. They are both expected to be okay, and the crash is under investigation. And today marks day 25 of the government shutdown. That is the second longest in the country's history.
ESPN's talking about the FCS game. Huh.
Service members' salaries and benefits. And it comes with more than 500,000 federal workers missed their first paycheck yesterday. And the House of Representatives announced it will not be in session all next week. And here's meteorologist Kevin Hartley looking at the forecast right now. Hey, brother, jump right into the for the Bengals forecast. Looking a little better, some more sunshine.
Let's see here. Oregon up 14-0 on Wisconsin. They're playing like trash right now. Miami's finally kind of pulled away from Stanford 35-7. So that one's going to take care of itself. Arkansas State's come back on Georgia Southern 24-10. They were down 24-21. They were down 21-10 at one point. Troy up by 8 against Louisiana late in the fourth. Boston College 21-17 over Louisville. Sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit. Because Michigan and Michigan State are separated 10-7 at the half. Michigan's beating them. Wyoming still up 28-0 over Colorado State. Tennessee 28-21 over Kentucky. And Houston's up 10-0 on Arizona State at the half. And that is all the games that are playing right now. There is still one more game still to kick off tonight. That's Colorado against Utah on ESPN. That'll be it. A little bit of Big 12 after dark to end the evening. And roll into Sunday, bleed into Sunday, if you will. Oh God, I'm gonna need to figure some of this out. So let me do this real fast since I'm thinking about it because I need to get this file open anyway. So I'll give you guys a little preview for Chaos this upcoming week since it's this week's about over with. We're going to have 3 Conference USA games in this fucking thing because weekday Conference USA was absolutely drunk this week. I mean, drunk as a fucking skunk. Let me see here. So week 9 Chaos. The 3 games I'm already got scripted out and wrote up. I just got to voice it over. Is Western Kentucky versus Louisiana Tech because the ending of that game was fucking nuts. Missouri State, New Mexico State because that game was fucking nuts. And then South Alabama versus Georgia State is our 3rd Sickle Bowl of the season. So that is that. And then I have I got 6 games that I got listed here that I was going to talk about. but I'm going to have to add to that, obviously, to get us a few more games in that I wasn't expected to talk about today. So, yeah, that'll be fun to fuck with later. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, we're about to kick off third quarter, so let's get dialed in here. I genuinely don't know at this point who's going to win this fucking game. I think LSU has the edge, but I'm not going to sit here and say that. Fuck, I just lost the damn score bug. Hold on. God damn it. Didn't do that. There we go. Oh, A&M's on the kickoff return. They got it all the way out to the 44-yard line. Come on, you piece of shit. There we go. Sorry about that. Well, we're back from the half at A&M. They came out of the fucking gun. Fielded it from the 1-yard line and made a hell of a return all the way out to about the 45. So now A&M has a chance to do something for the first time since probably the first quarter. LSU late to the gun here. They took forever to get out to the field. Let's see what happens here. 1st and 10 for the Aggies from the 44-yard line. Great field position to start the second half. Reed fakes the handoff. He's going to take it himself up the middle, and he's going to get the first down and a little bit more than that. He gets out to about the 46-yard line, 47-yard line. Actually, I'm getting those fucking hash marks screwed up. Big gain for the Aggies regardless. They're already in LSU territory. If they just keep it together and just keep the miscues to a minimum, they should be able to win this game. Reed, back to pass, scrambles to his right, still looking, chucks it at a wide receiver to the ground, incomplete. I heard somebody say today Ty Simpson might be the Heisman front runner, but I don't really know at this point. I think it's wide open. I think the Heisman kind of still a very wide open deal right now. Sorry. Second and 10, they're going to hand it off. No, Reed's going to keep it himself again out to the 35. He'll be brought down about a yard short of the marker. 3rd and short coming up here for the Aggies. I'm going to say it's 3rd and 1. Oh, yeah. Mendoza for Indiana is also right there with Ty Simpson. I personally think he's probably better, in my opinion. But, I mean, it's a popularity contest. We'll see what happens. 3rd and 1. They'll hand it off up the middle. They will get enough for the first down, about 2 yards on the carry there. So, 1st and 10 come up for – and that's the one thing people forget about the Heisman Trophy. It's a popularity contest because it's sports writers voting. So, if they think a guy is good enough, if a certain player is popular enough, he'll win the Heisman. But just because he might statistically be the best, it doesn't mean he's going to actually win the Heisman. If we want to go by stats, then Ashton Jeanty should have been the Heisman last year, but hey, what do you want to do? Another handoff at the middle, another 9-yard gain on the play. 2nd and short coming up for the Aggies.
Maintaining balance. He knows he's got a quarterback that can run. Haven't really relied on that unless it's been a scramble. But 18 runs, 18 passes. That's what makes this offense good. You commit to the run, they're going to throw it. You stay back, they get the ability to win a lot of scrimmage and run.
And another handoff to the outside, and they're going to get a big old gain after that. The running attack is just ripping off chunks right now. They're already knocking on the 10-yard line. Craver has just been lighting it up for A&M on the ground to open up the second half, which is kind of surprising, honestly. I didn't expect A&M to come out running the ball, but here we go. And I got an LSU player on the ground late. Wait a damn minute. Like, dude, you literally just got out of the halftime locker room after having a snack and getting hydrated. Like, dude. I wouldn't say Pavia is going to be the Heisman, primarily because his stats are not as impressive as Fernando Mendoza. Like, I go off, when I think of the Heisman, I think of, okay, statistically, who is the best player? Who is statistically the best player in the country? Not just because of the team he plays on, like, who is the best player? I would say Mendoza, I think, has the edge right now, but I understand why you got to consider like other factors, like say, I don't know, the teams they play against. In that case, then I would say you could argue for Ty Simpson, you can argue for Diego Pavia, but you cannot deny that Indiana's going to have Mendoza in New York in December for a potential Heisman Trophy. And let me just say something else right now. I think the college football season needs to be longer. It's a 7-month off season right now. I think they need to play into January. If you ask me, I think they need to be playing the regular season into December, and then you do all this shit in January. And the reason why I say that primarily is because, well, money. It would make so much more money for these teams, but also it would just kind of eliminate that whole fucking like threat of coaches leaving right before a fucking bowl game for the NFL or whatever the fuck. It would standardize the game season with the NFL. I'm not saying they got to play the same number of games. You can add like 2 games in another bye week or something like that if you want to do that and play into like mid-December. But I do think college football season in general, it could be a little longer. I don't know, maybe. I'm not saying like it's not a hill I'm willing to die on necessarily, but I do wish that the season was longer because it's a 7-month off. It's a 7-month off season right now. You play from end of August, if you're lucky, until the end of this November. So do the math, right? That's fucking 4 months of regular season football. And then you got about 3 weeks of bowls after that. And then you got playoffs spread out throughout the month of January. That's pretty much it. But for the majority of your teams, you're going to be sitting at home. If you don't go to a bowl game, you're sitting and watching everybody else play well into January. And then from the start of December until the end of August, you're doing nothing. I know it's still ran by universities and all that shit. So, I mean, I get it. You kind of want to keep it to the seasons, but that's such a long off season. It's nuts to think about. I get that argument too. Like, you got to have conferences all on the same page. What about student athletes? These guys are getting fucking paid. They're getting paid. Who cares at this point? Like, sure, part of your agreement means you got to have a good GPA, but who gives a shit at this point? You're getting paid. It's no longer a student athlete. You're just an athlete that happens to be a student. You're a semi-professional athlete at best. 1st and 10 for A&M from the 11. They're going to hand it off. It's a sweep to the left side. 10-5 out at about the 2-yard line. 2nd and short at least coming up here for A&M. No, if you think about it, all of them are getting paid in some level because they made it a rule now where everybody on the active roster has to be under scholarship. Every single player on every single team has to get paid a little something by the school now, since every single school benefits from TV deals. That was in the NCAA House settlement. So these players are all getting paid. I don't know how much, but everybody's getting paid. If they are in the EA Sports college football game, they're getting paid because EA Sports has to pay those players. And they're going to say that is a dead ball foul. Let's see what they're calling it as. We have false start on A&M. Goddamn. Yeah, if you're EA Sports College Football 26, every single player featured in that game got paid $1,500 and a copy of the game by EA. Dude, this has been going on for like years now. Yeah, last year they only paid like $600 or $700 per player and a copy of the game. This year it's about $1,500 per player and it's a copy of the game. Reed's going to hand the ball off, or he's actually going to keep it himself and take it up the middle and gain a few yards back, but it's going to be 3rd short coming up here. The NCAA in the House agreement pretty much states that schools are required to pay their student athletes if it's for every televised Division I sport now. It doesn't apply to Division II, FCS, or Division III because they are not in the same league here. But if you're seeing a player on TV, the school's paying them something. This season is when it started. So Reed back to pass, looks to his over the middle. He's going to run for it. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They take the lead.
Yeah, everyone come back. Woo! Who can stop me? Tell me. Who can stop me? What? Yeah. Woo!
There you go. Okay, JFKH, I get it. Yeah, I mean, that's why you got so much transfer nonsense now, because different schools can pay their athletes a different rate because the percentage the players are paid are based on what the school's athletic budget is, what they make on TV, and other shit. It's not like a flat rate. It's not like everybody's getting paid the same amount no matter who you play for. It depends on where you're going. Oh, boy. The portal had to be regulated. Like, it was literally insane to see players jump ship at the end of the regular season and then have, like, literally no team left for a bowl game. Marshall had to miss their bowl game entirely after winning their fucking conference last year because they lost over half their team to the transfer portal. So now you cannot transfer until after bowl season ends, and it's a 10-day window, and you only get one transfer portal. You can only transfer during that 10-day window, and then after that, it is closed. You cannot transfer. There is no more spring portal. There is no May portal for anybody that is in, after the school year ends. You are stuck there, and that's perfectly fine. I want there to be a rule that says head coaches can't declare to be a head coach for another school until after the national championship has been played personally. And that's just me. Yeah, Sid Army got a fucking free win against Louisiana Tech, I think, for that bowl game. Yeah, I the portal had to be locked down. It was going to kill the game if it hadn't happened. The shit that happened with Nico Iamaleava going to UCLA in the middle of spring practice, that cannot fucking happen. It just cannot happen. First and 10 for LSU. They got a chance to respond now after the A&M touchdown. Let's see what happens here. Gain about 4 yards on the carry. Second down coming up. We got way too much bowl games. Look, I'd rather have a few too many bowl games than not enough, personally. Right now, we have just barely too many because teams that are 6 and 5 and 7 could get in, depending on bullshit that happens. I think if a 5 and 7 team is eligible to make a bowl game should just not happen. But obviously, you don't want to take away from the team that won 6 games and met the minimum. Yeah, the Marshall incident is what pushed it over the edge. Nussmeier throws it off to his left side. It is tipped. It is incomplete. Third down coming up here for the Aggies, for the Tigers. Yeah, when Marshall lost their entire team and missed a bowl game, even though they were a smaller conference team, like that was the example, like, oh shit, what if this happens to, like, say, a bigger program? A team misses, doesn't go to the conference championship game, players transfer out, but then they make the playoff or something. Because Bo Prabula, he transferred out of Penn State at the end of the regular season. He wasn't available for them for the playoff game, for the playoffs. And that's a sack. A&M gets their third sack of the night. It's a 3-and-out for the Tigers.
This ain't no ballet, motherfucker. This is for real. Come on.
So there you go. Hell of a response for A&M. The momentum has swung hard in the direction of the Aggies now. Oh, fuck. LSU is 0 for 6 on third down tonight. Good Lord. A&M will field it from the 20-yard line. They still going 35-40. Out to the 45. He's got an open field. He's going to go all the way. Punt return. Touchdown for Texas A&M. Concepcion takes it to the house.
Yeah, everyone come back. Woo! Who can stop me? Tell me. Who can stop me? What? Yeah. Woo!
God damn. You want to talk about momentum swinging. The momentum just went shot straight through the fucking roof. Holy shit. Woo, buddy. Someone get Bull on the phone and tell him A&M's actually beating LSU by 10 now. Holy shit. Someone get a hold of Bull. I don't know if we'll be able to get reception. He's probably in some fucking mountain in Kilauea somewhere. But get Bull's ass on the stream. Get Bull on the stream. Somebody let his ass know that the BK is choking against the Aggies again. It did not take long in the third quarter for A&M to just absolutely shit can LSU. My brain froze. What happened? A&M happened. A touchdown by Marcel Reed and then a punt return house call for A&M has allowed the Aggies to score 14 unanswered to start the second quarter in about 7 minutes. We're about halfway through the third, and they've gotten 14 unanswered on the Tigers. LSU's only gotten 3 and out. That's all they've done so far in the second half. Yeah. This is going to get fucking interesting in a hurry, I think, guys. What are we thinking here? This is getting nuts. As a reminder, if you want to have your comment shown on screen, feel free to make a donation to the channel. Any amount will do it. Otherwise, I'm just answering questions in the chat, and we're just covering the game. Appreciate you guys being here. This is fun. This is a lot of goddamn fun now. This game is getting quite hairy, I would say. This is like almost the perfect football game if you think about it. Like, there's fuck ups on both sides of this field now. A&M has more turnovers, yeah, sure, but they have made up for it because LSU has had pure brain dead moments on offense. Baker saying we're Aggies by 1,000,000. We are so back. Well, in second quarter, you guys are not looking back at all. It was like almost the same old Aggies. Now it's a little different now. There's another thing that Brian Kelly has a really bad problem with doing. He doesn't know how to fucking finish in many things, but also in football. I don't like Brian Kelly. I'm not a big A&M guy myself, but I don't like Brian Kelly. And if they lose this game, boy, that seat's going to be hot as balls. Jesus Christ. I don't know what to tell you guys right now, except this is getting crazy. I mean, you got KC Concepcion as your goddamn punt returner. You're going to have a better than good chance of housing it. Dude's got 2 touchdowns tonight. Brian Kelly threw his goddamn headset off at that. We got coaches breaking headsets. We got a safety that happened in the first quarter with a blocked punt. We got rushing touchdowns, passing touchdowns, bullshit penalties. We got turnovers. It's a fucking October college football game. It's a lot. And LSU tried to return that, and it fell out immediately, but we got a flag down. Someone fucky. May as well be a seafood boil. My God, you're not kidding. They're going to be having a crawfish boil underneath Brian Kelly's ass if this shit keeps up. That's for sure. I'm absolutely giving my girlfriend a hard time right now. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. LSU is in some dog shit. The flag was against them. Nussmeier throws it off to the left side. It is high, but still caught at about the 13-yard line. 2nd and short coming up here in LSU. I mean, they're just going to have to roll with it. They're hustling to the line. I don't think they'll fire Brian Kelly. I would love for them to fire Brian Kelly, but I don't think that they got the balls to go that far if he loses his 3rd game of the season right here. But we'll see. We shall see. I just know that the LSU fans will be calling for his head. Pistol formation. Nussmeier rolls out to his right side. Still looking. Thrown on the run. Is it inbounds? It is not. So they're going to be 3rd and 5 coming up here. He wasted Jaden Daniels and Brian Thomas. Yeah, that's just at LSU, though. Can you imagine all the players he wasted at Notre Dame and Cincinnati? Whoa, hold up here. That pass actually might have been a catch. That might have been a catch. Oh, that replay. Are they going to review it? They don't get a review. Oh, no. They should have reviewed it. That would have been a 1st down. Where are they going to mark the ball? They're going to give him a first down now, but that could have been a disaster for LSU. Arctic Phoenix with the 2. Thank you so much. Is Wisconsin a bad team or cursed with their strength of schedule? Both. They're a bad team with an awful strength of schedule. When you have the 4th hardest schedule in the nation, and you're an absolute garbage fire of a program that just lost a lot of your backup quarterback depth to Phil Longo fucking off to Sam Houston. Yeah, no, you're in trouble. Wisconsin's bad, and they got fucked on the scheduling. That's for damn sure. And I don't blame Luke Fickell directly for it, but he's definitely not the right fit for Wisconsin. 2nd and 10 coming up for LSU. The first down went absolutely nowhere. So 2nd and 10 coming up from the 18. Nussmeier throws off to his left side, overthrown, incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up. So 3rd and 10. I don't think Wisconsin's calling James Franklin anytime soon. I doubt it severely. 3rd and 10 coming up for A&M. They're showing blitz, and they're going to rush 5. Thrown, and it's caught, but short of the line to gain 4th down, LSU. What do? You're right there. Are you going to risk it? Are you going to risk it for the biscuit? That was a great catch by LSU again there. I mean, let's see what LSU does. I genuinely don't know what they're going to do here. 4th and 2, and the play clock, they're going to punt the ball. Yeah, LSU's punting the ball away. That's going to be... It's going to die somewhere at about the 20-yard line almost. We got a flag down. See what happened there. Illegal formation on LSU. And they're going to repeat 4th down, try to get better field position. So LSU is going to get backed up, and now they got to punt the ball again. A&M's going to see if they can get another chance at it with the punt return. Imagine if they make another house call, how crazy that would fucking be. If Wisconsin only goes 2 and 10 or go 3 and 9, they're going to fire Fickell. Like I think they're going to have to. That's massive regression. I don't care how good your schedule is. You got to win at least 5. Going into the season, I said they should be able to win at least 5 games. If they at least win 5 games, that's a big accomplishment. If they win 4, it won't be the end of the world. It'll be kind of expected. 2 or 3, you got to fire Fickell. And it's a fair catch. He fumbled the ball. It's muffed. Who's going to have it? A&M called fair catch, and they muffed the fucking catch. Referees are trying to pull the pile apart here. Taking a while. Both sides are pointing their fingers across the field. No one's giving a signal. It's A&M football. It's A&M football. All right. So near disaster, but yeah, he just completely misgauged the catch on the punt return, and A&M extremely fortunate to have recovered it. It was an LSU and A&M player that fell on the ball right there. LSU has to score more points this game than they've scored in a single game against a conference opponent all year. Oh, fuck. That's a hell of a stat. Hang on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you kidding me? But also keep this in mind. 9 points for LSU have not been scored by the offense tonight. Only 9 points have been scored. 9 points for LSU have not been scored by the offense. It was the special teams and the defense, if I recall correctly. I saw that stat somewhere. I don't know if that's true or not. I can't remember how they got all 9 points off the top of my head, but I want to say that's true. I don't think that's actually correct. That's not correct. Only 5 points have been scored by a safety and a field goal, and then the others have been on the offense. So, okay, I correct myself, but still. LSU hasn't scored since the end of the second quarter. No, SEC's James Franklin is Lane Kiffin, Ole Miss. They're the Penn State of the SEC. By a mile. Here's some stats for this game so far, okay? A&M has 319 total yards of offense, okay? LSU has 203. A&M has 2 turnovers. They also have 17 first downs, and they're 5 for 7 on third down. LSU is 1 for 8 on third down. You do the math. You tell me how that looks. Okay? You look at the schedule for LSU, okay? They have played against Clemson, Louisiana Tech. Okay, they scored 20 points to beat Florida. They lost to Ole Miss after scoring 19. They scored 20 against South Carolina. They scored 24 against LSU but lost. So they've only scored more than 20 points one time, and it was in a losing effort against Vanderbilt. Okay? For conference games. We're not counting the game against Southeast Louisiana where they put up 56 points on poor FCS. Even against Louisiana Tech, they only put up 23 points. You know? I think LSU is cooked, guys. Yeah, if Marcel didn't throw an interception early in the game at the goal line, it'd be 35 to something. I know. I completely agree with you. Fuck, one of those interceptions wasn't even his fault. It was just tipped at the line. He just threw it too low. It was a jump ball. LSU's in deep shit. This is like a Mayday signal here. If A&M scores another touchdown, I'm going to start thinking this is a ball game. Considering what LSU has to do, Reed is back to pass for A&M at the 50-yard line, and he's going to scramble, and he's got wide open space. He's going to run it out of bounds at about the 42, and it's going to be second and short coming up. They just cannot stop Marcel Reed. Mobile quarterbacks are LSU's kryptonite. That is blatantly obvious at this point. LSU's only. I'm not trying to jinx anybody. I give a shit who wins. I don't care if it's A&M or LSU. So whatever I say doesn't fucking matter, honestly. And I think both teams are liable to fuck it up, as we all know. They're gonna run the ball up the middle. That's gonna gain about maybe 1. The 2 teams LSU has lost to this year had great mobile quarterbacks. Vanderbilt with Diego Pavia, Trinidad Chambliss with Ole Miss. I understand you're superstitious. I get it. I'm not superstitious at all. I'm not superstitious at all. I quit being superstitious years ago. I realize how silly it kind of is to think that what you say has any impact on the game. But I understand why people are. I don't judge. They're going to hand the ball off again. It's going to be a first down, a lot more out to the 35, but we got a flag, and it looks like it's going to be holding on the Aggies. Oh, boy. Yeah, I could be pretty jinxing. Like, I even called out earlier how Arkansas was beating up at Auburn earlier today, we got defensive holding on LSU. Okay. I was talking shit about how Auburn was losing to Arkansas. It was like 21-10 at the half. I was saying how Hugh Freeze needs to pack his bags, and then Auburn came back and win. So I guess I do jinx a little bit, but I don't try to, obviously. I don't really care for that personally. But if you want to make a meme out of it, go ahead. I don't care. Go for it. It's fine. It's fine. Have your dad installed it in you? Honestly, yeah. So 1st and 10 for A&M. They're going to be a pass to the right side. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Texas A&M in a flash. And oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, everyone come back. Woo! Who can stop me? Tell me. Who can stop me? What? Yeah! Woo!
That looked way too goddamn easy. I mean, way too goddamn easy. He had blocking in all the way into the second level. Like literally the whole way down the field, he had an army of maroon shirts just giving him a lane. I mean, with 4 minutes to go here in the third, it's looking pretty dire. I know it's still the third quarter, but I mean, let's remember who we're talking about here. It's LSU. They cannot fucking offense consistently worth a fuck. Yeah, there was like nobody, and he had 2 linemen just blocking up field. That was the only guy that was in the general area. I mean, what a fucking play for the Aggies. This is the kind of thing that breaks the back of a team. P-Dog, that's rude. You know what? You know I'm a goddamn Bengals fan. Why would you say that about the fucking... God damn it, P-Dog. Yep, and the Tiger fans are clearing out. They're leaving. We got LSU fans heading for the exits. I'm not bullshitting. They just showed the camera and people are heading for the exits. Weeks is on the sideline trying to hype his goddamn defense up. Buddy, I'd save your breath. Just save your breath, buddy. It's okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people moving towards the exits now. I didn't think people were actually going to go for the exits. This is getting out of hand. Oh, boy. That post-game interview with Brian Kelly is going to be delicious, isn't it? Oh, fuck yeah. There's a pass to the outside. It's going to be caught. Gain of a few yards for LSU. Seriously, somebody get a hold of Bull Muscle and let him know that A&M's beating the fuck out of LSU. He'll be very happy to hear about that. He's going to feel stupid for leaving. 35 goddamn points. Illogical, I will beat your fucking ass. Okay, not really, but fuck you. 5-1 Dodgers in Toronto. Damn, okay. LA's pissed. You just see the run at the end of the game. Their offense is fine. Fuck you. Oh, Jesus. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Tigers here. They went nowhere on the last play. Nussmeier rolls off to his right. Stuffed. Caught, but behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down. Another 3 and out for LSU. Their 3rd straight 3 and out of the second half. Unfucking believable. Like, LSU's getting straight up dogged now. If it wasn't for I don't know who said it earlier in chat, but you're absolutely right. Whoever said that, A&M doesn't have those 2 bullshit interceptions. Different story right now. Different fucking story. I don't know if Marcel Reed will win the Heisman. It's still a little bit too far out to be the judge and jury on that. Concepcion's going to return the punt. Oh, fuck. He's at the 40. He's at the 45. At the 50. He's still going to the 45. He breaks a tackle. 40, 35. They cannot tackle Casey Concepcion. Holy shit. Even the LSU fans are laughing at LSU. He just embarrassed that punt team. Brian Kelly is chewing out his special teams coordinator right now. He is on the sideline, absolutely losing his goddamn shit. LSU just cannot tackle Concepcion. They might not be able to tackle to begin with. Dude, I told you guys, I saw Concepcion play at NC State last year. Dude was a monster at NC State. Transfers to A&M, has been a fucking monster at A&M. Yeah, if they get another touchdown on this play, man, oh boy, it's going to be a lot of laughing here. A&M's got the ball on the 33-yard line, okay? On the 33-yard line in LSU territory from that punt return. This is like watching a boxing fight, and the referee should have stopped the match 3 rounds ago. This is getting deadly. Brian Kelly is chewing out one of his players, giving him a good old-fashioned tongue wagon. Holy shit. I'm stunned. I'm not stunned by LSU. I'm stunned by how well A&M is playing. Despite the 2 turnovers in the first half, how much they've been able to come back and just absolutely destroy the Tigers in Death Valley at night. Reed back to pass, looks over the middle, thrown, caught, 1st down at about the 20-yard line. It just they're gonna get a touchdown on this drive. It's gonna happen. It's gonna fucking happen. I'm gonna say something that I didn't think I was gonna say this season. I think A&M's legit. I genuinely feel like A&M's legit. And I know I said in my A&M video that A&M is not going to make the national championship. They're starting to make me a believer, man. Shit like this is what's going to make me plates of shit with a smile on my face. Handoff up the middle, all the way out to the 15-yard line, 5 yards on the carry. A&M is just built different. Mike Elko has done an amazing job for the Aggies this season. And you know what? They didn't have to pay him a fuck ton of money to do it, too. That's for the vid. Thanks. Hell yeah, man. What's for the vid? Appreciate you being here, Root Beer. No battered Aggie syndrome. We saw it in the second quarter for a split second. 15, 10, 5. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Oh, boy. A&M has opened up a can of Aggie whoop ass. Oh, A&M video made me regret my fandom. Then this happens. Hey, you're welcome, I guess. I didn't make that video to make the A&M fan base feel bad. I just made the video for everybody else to laugh at A&M. That's genuinely it. I'm an asshole at heart, you know? Dude, I don't know if Bull and I would remain friends after that if Ohio State beat A&M for the national title. Hell yeah. If A&M wins the national championship, then the vid would have, I would obviously put that 1939 to 2025 label on there like Tree does, because I don't want it to be like, I don't want people to think that I still think this way. Like, obviously, some shit's changed since then. But that would be fucking hilarious how, like, last year, I completely called it 100% accurate. If you go back, you watch the Oregon video I made last summer. I said Oregon has the potential to go undefeated this season and get the number one seed in the national champ in the playoffs. I just knew they were going to blow it. I was completely accurate on that. This, on the other hand, I have been so wrong. And it's making me fucking laugh. Right, you're an asshole at heart, but at the same time, how is it that whenever you make a video tearing someone's ass a new one, you somehow manage to light a fire under people's asses? Because they don't want to fucking hear from me anymore, I guess. I don't know. Like, bro. I mean, I did the same shit to Oregon. Look what happened to them. Exactly what I thought was going to happen. I talked shit about Notre Dame. Look what happened to them. It's almost exactly what I thought would happen. They won a couple of bowl games. But this year, it's been different. I talked shit about Ohio State John Cooper. They're currently beating more ass than, a goddamn mafia boss. I talked shit about A&M. A&M's on a fucking tear. The only team I was completely right about so far has been Wisconsin. They are terrible. They're fucking awful. And I knew they were going to be awful. I'm okay with being wrong. It's fun when I'm wrong because then everybody can laugh at me. And I don't mind when people laugh at me. That's why I'm fucking. If you're a YouTuber and if you don't like being laughed at, you're in the wrong hobby. I'm just saying, you're in the wrong hobby if you don't like being laughed at. I was also right about West Virginia, but come on, fucking Stevie Wonder could have seen that happening a mile away. Okay. Sorry, Stevie. I'm on one right now. I'm fucking on one. Oh, this is great. Thank you guys so much for being here for this. I really do appreciate it. We are about to get into the fourth quarter. Sparty's getting whipped. Oh, poor Sparty. Well, what else is new? Michigan State just needs a lot of help, man. They need a lot of fucking help. Notre Dame did find their groove eventually. They had a pretty bad start to the season going 0-2, but they also had some really tough games against Miami and A&M. The A&M loss is completely justified, though, at this point. Georgia Tech looks fucking amazing. Like, they look at this fucking scene. I wish you guys could see this scene right now. The Aggies marched all the way down to their visitor section corner on the field to the 12th man that traveled to Baton Rouge, and they're louder than the fans in Death Valley. The cadets are in full force. Can we ban the word Michigan from this channel? I can't do that. That would just be petty. That would just be petty. They take out Georgia. Oh, boy. Oh, boy's right. First and goal for the Aggies. This is your ball game right here if they get a touchdown. Goal line set. They sent all the big boys in. Let's see where they mark it. They're going to mark them short, about 6 inches short of the goal line. Yeah, the 12th man traveled well to Baton Rouge. They're familiar with it. I'll say that much. Again, this game is kind of a rivalry. It's one of the newer SEC rivalries, LSU and A&M. Pitt's also been revived thanks to Mason fucking Heinschel. He went 423 yards passing today against NC State. Pitt's got something cooking, man. They're cooking something good. SMU lost to Wake Forest, so I wouldn't talk too much about them. Second and goal for A&M. Man in motion. Snap. Fake the handoff. Go to the fullback. Dive. And it's ball game. Touchdown, Aggies. Somebody warm up the fucking bus. Wait. Flag. Hold it. Flag. Hold it. There's a flag on the play. Waiting for the call. Well, Somebody saying it might have been LSU? I don't fucking know. Both fouls are on LSU. Touchdown.
Yeah, everyone come back. Woo! Who can stop me? Tell me. Who can stop me? What? Yeah! Woo!
So, yeah, there was 2 fouls on the defense, but doesn't fucking matter. It's a touchdown, and now you're going to really see people starting to make their way for the exit. NC State had a cool trick play. Oh, fun. I mean, you know, that's fun, I guess. I love it when a fullback dive works. I absolutely, like, as an old school football lover, I absolutely get chills and just get giddy when I see one of the big boys get in the backfield and just punch it in the old way. Texas Tech just death stared to Oklahoma State. Oh, my God. That is just – LSU is just collapsing on themselves right now. They are falling apart. This second half has been all Aggies. Hey, you know what? I'll say this, though. When I say a team is done in chaos, you can take my word for it. I said LSU was done a week ago. I said Penn State was eliminated before they lost their home game to Northwestern. Now nobody can dispute that fact. I was calling LSU done before everybody else was calling them done. Don't worry, Samford can still – yeah, mighty Samford. Yeah. Yeah, good call, Joseph Stalin. You sure know your football. I'm just kidding. I'm sure you probably know a little bit. Just the username. Yeah, LSU is beyond out at this point. They are literally out on their asses. I said that about Notre Dame last year when they lost to NIU, and then they went on a run. So, I mean, again, I'm not like – I'm not Nostradamus over here. I don't claim to be either. But when I feel like a team is out of the playoffs or out of the playoff hunt, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably going to be right. You look at the remaining schedule of LSU. If it wasn't A&M, it was going to be somebody else that knocked them off. At this point, LSU ain't got nothing to play for outside of maybe a bowl game. Yeah, I mean, that's it. They can play for the postseason. That's it. Yeah, exactly. They still got Alabama on the schedule. Put this at the end of chaos. I was thinking about it. I probably will. I try to keep the games in like chronological order. So like we'll start this week with our Tuesday night Louisiana Tech game that went to overtime. And then I was going to finish it with Houston against Arizona State probably, unless that game just went to shit. But I honestly will probably put this as like the finale of the of chaos this week because it's just so staggering of a defeat. Like, there's a lot to talk about with this fucking defeat here for LSU. I mean, a lot. Oh, what the fuck is going on here? Tennessee's nuking Kentucky. Houston has beaten the piss out of Arizona State 24-0. My God. All right, well, they're no longer the worst 6-1 team I've ever seen. I genuinely believe that this is the game that's going to get Brian Kelly fired. Whether it be this week or the end of the season, this is the moment that LSU is going to get fired. And they're sawing varsity's horns off in the stands right now, the 12th man. Like they are singing the fight song and they are sawing the fucking horns off with veracity right now. Death Valley is full of Aggies tonight. Just need Nussmeyer to get 232 yards passing for your parlay. Buddy, I hate to tell you this. They've gone 3 and out 3 drives in a row. I don't think you're going to get it. Kentucky is just getting nuked by Tennessee right now, though. Aguilar just fuck it, chuck it, touchdown. There you go. Good for you. I think Squid's feeling a little better right about now. Saw varsity's claws off. That's good. That's good. That's good. I don't know. Virginia's won a lot of overtime games this year. I think it's 3 in a row now. Nussmeier thrown, caught all the way out to the 45. Hey, you might actually get your parlay. Nice big chunk play on the pass. 49-21 straight belt to ass. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Belt to ass. First and 10 for the Tigers at the 47-yard line. Not that fucking matters anymore. It's all but over at this point. I doubt LSU is able to come back from this. Nussmeier thrown. Don't know where he was trying to throw it. It's incomplete. I guess thought he got a guy over the middle or something. Oh, it's good to be back in streaming. First game stream we've done in 2 weeks. This has been a fun one, guys. I appreciate you all being here. Hope you stick around to the end, even though the game's all but in hand at this point. First time we've streamed a game in 2 weeks, and this was a fun one to do. So I hope you all decide to stick around until the end. 2nd and 10 here for the Tigers from the 47-yard line. Nussmeier running out of the pocket. He's going to get chased down. It's a sack. 4th one of the night for the Aggies. And the fucking pain continues for the Tigers.
This ain't no ballet, motherfucker. This is for real. Come on.
4 sacks on A&M for A&M tonight. LSU hasn't touched Marcel Reed once unless he was already 30 yards downfield. This is insane, dude. This is absolutely insane. Lawson, good to see you here. God damn it, Nussmeier. 3rd and a mile. 3rd and a fucking mile for the Tigers. Aggies rush 3. Overthrown. Incomplete. 4 straight 3 and outs for the Tigers. Nussmeier looks like he's been beaten with a crowbar. LSU has 20 yards of offense in the second half. 20 fucking yards of offense in the second half. It is disgusting. A&M really came out of the locker room and just immediately locked it down. Hey, thanks, Lawson. Appreciate that. Minnesota? Yeah, no, I definitely agree. They're going to get it at some point. I would love to talk about the Gophers. Golden Gophers, goddamn. I will say this. I think PJ Fleck's one of the best coaches in the Big Ten. He's completely underrated. Minnesota, they don't try to be national title contenders anymore, but, man, I love what PJ Fleck has done with the program. He's a great coach. I respect him. Crowbar, nothing. Dude just got smacked upside the head by the big boss man's nightstick. Jimbo Fisher taking the bag is the single greatest thing for the Aggies since Manziel. Agreed. Who knows? Did Nussmeier fuck with it? I normally don't show comments unless people donate, but this is hilarious. If you watch the A&M video, you know exactly what the fuck that's in reference to. Oh, comment of the night, Skyblaze. Comment of the night right there. God damn. Great work. Oh, fuck. That got a great laugh out of me. Stop. He's already dead. Oh, God. First we were just laughing at him. Now we're pissing on the grave. Okay, Pet. I'll come back here and screenshot that later after the show's over. You got to watch the A&M video, JFKH, but I think you have it. You probably don't remember. It refers to when A&M's head coach got into a fist fight with one of his own players because his wife was cheating on the player with the coach. Oh, my God. Yeah, so that was when A&M's head coach in the 50s, I can't remember which one it was, he resigned because he got caught in an affair with another player's wife. And the player who was married to that woman was so pissed, he literally got into a fight outside of a hotel with his own coach. That's the rumor. It's never been fully proven, but that's pretty much what's been. It's all but proven. Thank you, American Swan. Appreciate that. All right, we're gonna have some fun now. Someone call 911. What is this thing? A fucking murder on my screen? Oh God. Woo! Okay, great impulse control on that player. Yeah, all he did was punch him in the face. He didn't do anything more. Oh my God, A&M might actually win the SEC this year. Well, let's pump the brakes here. I don't want to go too far yet, but they're looking damn good. They're looking damn good. Got 12 minutes to go here. Marcel Reed is still in the game for A&M. A&M scored 28 unanswered on the Tigers. And they're going to hand the ball up the middle. And it's clock killing time. It is clock killing time. We got a wild bull in the chat. Do we? I didn't see him. Right now, yeah, you want to go ahead and start making predictions. We could say that A&M and Bama could be playing for the SEC title. A&M still is going to still be the outright leader of the SEC at the end of this week. So now the question is going to become who's going to be their dance partner? Is it going to be Alabama? Is it going to be Ole Miss? Who the fuck is it going to be? And fourth down for A&M, and they're going to punt the ball away. God, what a fucking train wreck of a half for LSU. Vandy is in the hunt, but they need some help. They did lose to Alabama, so Alabama has that tiebreaker over them. They need some help. They need Bama to lose, and they need Ole Miss to lose for them to have a chance. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a wild bull has appeared. Bull Muscle, welcome to the show. First time I actually had you on live. This is fun.
Howdy, everybody. Yep, that's right. From the beautiful Isle of Oahu, I am here to revel in the fact that, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time since 1994, since before I existed on this planet, we are fixing to go 8-0. And we've got Samford on the schedule left. Okay, FCS Samford. You know what? Here we go. You've done it, A&M. You've made me believe the 8-4 curse fucking dies in LSU right fucking now. I want them humiliated. I want revenge for 2019. I want revenge for 2017. I want revenge for 2015. I want revenge for 2013. And you know what else I want revenge for? I want revenge for fucking that snake Scott Woodward, the man who weaseled his way over to LSU at the end of 2020 and got us to guarantee Jimbo way too much money because Jimbo threatened to leave ship and go with them. We should have let him fucking walk. We should have let Mike Elko take the lead from there. But now, now it's beautiful. You have Brian Kelly. You now get to lay in the bed you made for yourselves, you dirty, rotten Tigers. I bet the stench around Baton Rouge is just fucking perfect right now. It smells like petrochemical refinery runoff, and it is disgusting. It matches the character and the quality of the LSU Tiger team this year. Oh, I've been waiting a long fucking time for this.
Yeah, buddy, I could feel that one, man. You just absolutely unloaded years of frustration out on that rant. I mean, I'm shocked at how well A&M has played. They came out of the second half like on a fucking mission. They were misfiring and they were having A&M moments in the first half. You even dipped out of the stream at one point, and then suddenly they just went on a fucking tear coming out of the halftime, and LSU just caved in. And I mean, it was like, someone get this asshole back in the stream. Like, this is insane.
We got pissed off Mike Elko is what we got. The man has made some good second half adjustments this year. I mean, Auburn was a rock fight in the first half. Mississippi State was a rock fight in the first half. Hell, Mississippi State, the score is what, 14-9 at halftime, something like that?
Yeah, it was a good start for sure.
Yeah, Elko just came through and just absolutely obliterated them. I think he tore the team a new asshole in the locker room at halftime, and I think the team just responded really well. So, ladies and gentlemen, for what it's worth, I, out of a sense of both superstition and battered Aggie syndrome, have not watched a single live play pretty much all year of A&M. Partially because I've had other things to do, and I will continue to have other things to do. Not that this is germane to the conversation, but I just got told yesterday that I have been selected to be a runway model for New York Fashion Week in February and Paris Fashion Week in April. Ball so hard, motherfuckers want to find me.
Hell fucking yeah, brother. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Good, man. We going to Paris, boys.
The French are not prepared for a pissed off Aggie. I'll tell you that right now.
It's good. It's good. It's a lot of hard work showing off the last few days, and I'm glad. It seems like the hard work. I said this earlier when I was hanging out with my friend. When I popped in earlier, I was waiting on him. He was cooking up some lamb, and God, it was amazing. But I told him. So I set 4 PRs in the gym today. I hit 385 for 7 on squat, 405 for 6 on squat, 365 for 5 as a 3-rep pause set. So 3 reps at the bottom in the hole on squat, and then 365 for 9 on squat. And I said to my friend, if A&M can bust ass on the field the way I busted ass in the gym, we are going to put LSU behind the woodshed. And it looks like they have. God help me. The only thing that would make this better is if Mississippi State hadn't done Mississippi State things.
Yeah, no, for real. I still don't know how in the hell Alabama was able to find all that pixie dust bullshit to win that one. Or actually, no, it was Texas to win all that pixie dust bullshit. Alabama nearly lost their game too. So that would have been fun as well, considering the recent history with Alabama. But yeah, Horns got lucky as shit today.
South Carolina's a dangerous team. Only in Willie B. South Carolina on the road is not particularly scary, but South Carolina in Willie B. You want to talk about, and I will put pound for pound, person for person, the most underrated environment in the SEC is Columbia, South Carolina. I have nothing but praise for the Cox because, remind you, that was a 3-4 South Carolina team that was going bonkers like that. That fan base at a record of 3-4. With the second, only better than UMass offensive line in FBS, they really thought they could win that game.
Oh man, I'm happy for you, man. The one thing that I have just been so surprised to see is A&M's defense just really caving in. But it's like you said, it does follow the trend. First, they have a slow start in the first half, might have a few Aggie moments, the battered Aggie syndrome kicks in, and then come out of the second half, and here comes A&M, and they just put a new hole in their asshole, and it's crazy to see. Now, I will say this, not to rain on your parade, if A&M's gonna get anywhere in the playoffs, they got to knock that shit off.
They do.
100%.
They do. You need to play a full 4-quarter game because I don't think there's any way in hell with the games A&M is putting in. And this is probably, you could argue, their best game so far, their true signature win of the
I
year.
would agree.
Yes, we did beat Notre Dame, but it was by 1 point. And it was because, Buckner bobbled the snap. Sorry, bro, but
Yes.
you fucked up there. But this is sort of their signature win. Put that up against IU or put that up against Ohio State. Well, okay, Ohio State really hasn't played anybody. That's going to change.
Yeah,
I think
Ohio State hasn't played a goddamn team this season. They're not
Yeah.
going to because Penn State just collapsed on themselves.
But look at IU, right? They put Illinois belt to ass. So that's already a better win than anything we've come up with. And Illinois, they're not great, but they are a decent team. They beat Oregon, not overwhelmingly, but convincingly.
Yes.
And I really don't have any doubts that Indiana isn't going to go all the way.
Yeah, at this point, Indiana 100%. I mean, I hope they make the playoffs. My girlfriend will make my life a little bit easier to live if they make the playoffs. But but no, I mean, this really is the signature win A&M's been seeking all season. Now you look at the remaining schedule, they do got Missouri. If Bo is not injured the rest of the season, that's going to be a tough one, obviously. But I think you guys have a better than what people are predicting chance to beat Texas and Austin come end of the season.
I would love nothing more. You can't really treat a rivalry game like that, though. I know crazy shit is going to happen.
I know it's a rivalry and anything could fucking happen in those things. You just throw the records out the window and it's just pure hate.
All I have to do is mention you and that team up north the last few years, don't I? You guys won the national championship and lost to them.
You didn't have to mention it, actually, asshole, but okay. Point taken.
I did. You made me ride the 2017 roller coaster again a few weeks back.
Yeah.
I did have to mention that, actually.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll probably mention it at least one more time before you inevitably boot me off of here. No, I'm kidding. But Missouri looks beatable. I think Vanderbilt kind of gave us a blueprint on that one, as did Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
So the trouble is it is in Faro Field, and I think they're better there than they are on the road.
They are.
I think A&M absolutely can win that game. If they did, it really would be something else. I mean, this is I don't want to use WC here, but 18 points allowed so far. LSU, 2 of those were from a safety. I don't want to call it a wrecking crew, but it's looking solid. It's looking a lot more dialed in than it did in Fayetteville. And frankly, that's because Arkansas has a far better offense, but still.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying this in chat right now. LSU has only one first down the entire first half or second half. They had
Cubby Bear, what about the Texas Longhorns last year? Sorry, go ahead, Red. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good. I at the end of the day, dude, I think at this point, I think A&M is going to be the obvious number one going into the SEC title game. If you ask me, I don't see them slipping up anywhere right now. I'm not afraid of jinxes or superstitions. If you look at the blueprint that we have seen from A&M and just how often they have been able to come out of they start a little rough and they come back and they win. Those are the teams that are actually going to win football games long term and in the tough ones. The ones that blow their opponent out from first to fourth, they don't always go to the end. But A&M, rough first half, smoked in the second. Yeah, they're legit, 100%.
It's been a long time coming. I will say it was something we touched on in that video. I think relative to the inputs, there is no team that has underachieved more than Texas A&M in terms of honestly, using the other 2 top teams right now, you have a fan base that is actually slightly bigger than Ohio State. You have resources even deeper than Ohio State. You have facilities and a field that is every bit as good as anything else. It's the biggest in the SEC. You have a recruiting hotbed. You're 100 miles from Houston. You're 100 from Austin. You're 150 from San Antonio, and you're 200 from DFW. And then you've got all the small Texas schools, right? A&M being the more conservative, large Texas university. tends to get a lot more of them rural kind of guys from
country boys.
the parts of Texas. Not all of them. A lot of them go to Tech, to be fair, and some do go to that orange school in what used to be Texas, but is now California. But I got to throw pot shots at Austin. God, that city has gone downhill the last 10 years. But
You're
it's
also
funny.
an
You
Aggie.
take all of those things, and they have the on-field success of Indiana. Really, you have.
Yeah.
On paper, A&M should have won at least one natty at some point between 1939 and today. And the fact that they haven't even really gotten close, I mean, 92 is the closest they probably have ever gotten, is kind of shocking. And to you, Cubby
probation
Bear,
they
what
had in
about the Texas
'93,
Longhorns?
honestly, I think screwed them over.
Yeah, fucking Scott Boren, man. I'm so glad Oklahoma lost today. Doing that history video with you reminded me how much I fucking hated the Sooners. But honestly, and I despise Ole Miss, and I really despise Lane Kiffin. But God, I'm glad Hotty Toddy beat him. I will grant Texas, the Longhorns were the better team in 2024. They came into probably the most hostile environment any team that entire season played in, and they shut A&M down. However,
touchdown Texas A&M! Touchdown Texas A&M!
Yeah, everyone come back! Woo! Who can stop me? Tell me, who can stop me? What? Yeah! Woo!
Yell leader for
Burrow
y'all.
with the 11-yard touchdown run.
Is that 48? Yeah.
40.
Is that
48, about to be 49.
All right. In that case, we doing this yell leader style, boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
This is now a bull muscle workout stream.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And the field goal is good, so make it 49.
4, 45. 45, eh?
Okay. You got it in there. 4 more. Hey, with the claps. Hey. Troy Azak with the.
And that's exactly what we're going to do to him, Ags.
Gamecocks dumbass of the week for that collapse. They got some company with Mississippi State. Troy, thanks for the $2. Appreciate it.
I don't think you can give the Gamecocks dumbass of the week for that. They lost by 7 to a very good Alabama team.
No, Mississippi State should be dumbass of the week for giving up 24 points in the fourth quarter to Texas. Like that's a collapse.
So I think I mentioned all the squat PRs in there, Cubby Bear. Thank you very much. 405 versus today on squats. That was a new record.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell fucking yeah. Damn.
About a year ago, about a month ago, I hit my 1 rep max for a new PR, which was 455. Kevin, if you want motivation, ask bullmuscle@gmail.com. I will build any of y'all for free. Diet plans, workout plans, you name it. The results don't lie.
Thank you for the $2, Kevin. Appreciate it. And by the way, I do just want to take a second to say, Bull, thank you for everything you have done to help me. I'm proof of that myself. So he's the real deal. If you guys need any help, especially with when it comes to fitness, this sucker is the man. And before I continue, there's another sack for A&M. That's fine tonight.
This ain't no ballet, motherfucker. This is for real. Come on.
Towel?
Yeah.
Was?
Yeah,
Bro, Cassius Howell is terrorizing that poor freshman offensive lineman. I'll be honest. You want to talk about dumbass of the week? Brian Kelly forcing a pretty much completely brand new freshman offensive lineman to go up against Cassius Howell. How the fuck do you think that was going to turn out?
You want to hear something funny?
You
want to hear something funny real quick?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, because just to talk about the game still, Nussmeier just now got pulled from the game for the evening after that sack. He's now done. They brought him out there for garbage time for some fucking reason. He's been playing hurt all night, and now they decide to pull his ass. Get the fuck out of here, Brian Kelly. Stupid. Fucking stupid.
Oh, God. Okay, so Dumb Gamers, first out, I want to shout out to the Houston Cougars. We did them dirty in the mid-'90s with the Southwest fallout, but I have nothing but respect for Connor Wegman. I get why he transferred, as well as Haynes King and Zach Calzada, and that's a lot of ex-A&M quarterbacks floating around college football right now, but either way, glad to hear it. I have nothing against the Houston Cougars. I just don't want them to get too good to the point where they're taking A&M recruits. But
Yeah.
bro, God, this is so beautiful.
Hey, sack number 6.
This ain't no ballet, motherfucker. This is for real. Come on.
But yeah,
it's a sackapalooza tonight.
I'm gonna mention. Oh, there's a Kelly gotta go sign in the core. No, at this point, I want y'all to LSU. You made the bed you sit in. I want LSU to experience what Florida has experienced for the last few years with Billy Napier. I want them to get to that point before firing him. I want this to rot. I want LSU to suffer. I detest the Tigers on a level that I really only reserve for 2 other teams, and that's Baylor and that Orange school in Austin. I really dislike LSU a lot. They are the best cooks. I will grant that. Baton Rouge, the single best cooks of any tailgating fan base. However, they're LSU fans are the Philadelphia Eagles fans of college football. I've gotten dip cans thrown at me in that place. They are nasty. They are mean. They are rude. And look, Clemson, your Death Valley is cute, but I never feared for my life in It's called Death Valley in LSU because if you're not wearing purple and gold, you feel like you might actually get killed. No, Baton Rouge smells like alcohol, bullets from NBA young boys past, and petrochemical refinery runoff. That's the other real nasty part about that entire state is that there's a stench in that city. And really, it's anywhere between Lake Charles and Baton Rouge. You go across the Mississippi, it's just nothing but oil refineries. You go at night, you're going to see proof of global warming happening in real time because all they do is just flare off the gas all fucking night. It's crazy. Oh, I detest LSU. I really do. This
really?
is so overwhelmingly needed. God, belt to ass.
Tell just how much you needed this, buddy. Like you're literally letting it all hang out right now.
I am so goddamn happy right now. Bro, squat PR, ate amazing food, and now I'm watching LSU get demolished in real time with my good buddy Red. By the way, if you have not hit that fucking subscribe button, what are y'all? How much more yelling do I need to do? You know what? Tell you what. If y'all all hit that subscribe button, I will do any A&M yell of y'all's choice. I will happily do that in chat. If y'all want me to be your personalized yell leader, I know all of them and can do them. But
all the deal.
No, with Red too. You mentioned this. You're getting in good shape and all that. I can make anybody a fitness plan or a diet plan. I can lead you to water, but you're the one who chose to drink. My man, you're the one who's down, God, what, freaking 60 pounds or whatever, because you made the good decisions to start. And for anybody else thinking about making better decisions in life, start today. Don't delay. Make good decisions. Those good decisions form your actions. Those actions form your habits. Those habits form your values. Those values will form the ethos that gets you through the hard times in life. I say this from the heart because it's worked for me. I'm serious. When it comes to pursuing everything you want in life, you are capable of far more than you realize. And that's why I'm so glad people are tuning into what you do here, Red. You have the passion to make this channel big. I think you're going to continue to succeed here. And every new subscriber I've watched your channel count, your subscriber count, your video counts every week, and they keep going up and up. And I just want to say thank you to everybody in chat because this is a very dear friend to me, and I love seeing him succeed. So all of you in chat, even if you're fucking T-sips, my genuine hats off to you. Thank you very much. Oh my God, North Carolina lost again.
Yeah, and then lost in overtime by going for 2 after a touchdown, and they were short by an inch. It was the most Bill Belichick way to lose a game.
All
Yeah.
right. Y'all want a farmer's fight?
Oh boy.
Pass it back, Aggs. Pump it, Aggs. 2, 3. Farmers fight! Farmers fight! 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 Farmers fight! Hey!
My God. We are getting
Yes,
like
I
full on.
fully brainwashed member of the cult. I'm self-aware.
Yep.
But brainwashed.
Bull, I'm just gonna say this, man. You're lucky I'm a cynical asshole, or you would have made a grown man cry with that speech. Thank you. You didn't have to say all that.
I speak from the heart. I speak from the heart.
No.
It's watching people succeed and realize that they've got what it takes to pursue their passions and their dreams it's very gratifying when I can help in some way. So, oh shit. So Navy is 8-0. Speaking of, hats off to them.
Yeah, Navy's 8-0. It's going to be a wild race to the finish for the Group of 6 playoff spot. South Florida was the leader. They got lost. They lost today to Memphis. So that's their second loss of the season. They're probably out at this point. Of all the Group of 5 contenders, Navy's the only undefeated one left. We got like
They're
3
not
other
going
teams
through Notre Dame undefeated.
Yeah, no, they're not going to make it through. They're not going to go undefeated thanks to Notre Dame. But even with just the one loss, like in the American race, it's going to be, I think, between that. Right now, it's really them and Tulane that lead the conference, but North Texas is still hanging around. So that could be interesting. Mountain West, you got San Diego State and UNLV at 6-1. In the Sun Belt, James Madison is 6-1.
Hang on a minute.
Wide open.
I'd like to argue one other team for the Mountain West. The beloved University of Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. They were 6-2. Least favorite head coach, Dennis Francione, and it's not particularly close. Yes, I hate him more than Jimbo. Yes, I hate him more than someone. Go watch Red's video about A&M if you need to figure out why. The dude was selling secrets he was selling insider information to the team, even though we had already given him a massive contract increase. Fuck Dennis Francione.
Dude, he was selling so many secrets. It would have made the bullshit the Mafia just did in the NBA and Chauncey Billups look kosher in comparison. Like
bro,
it's no different. We not
paying you enough? What the hell?
That's
okay,
least favorite
current head coach. Oh, it's least favorite current head coach. God, I despise Lane Kiffin, but it's got to be Brian Kelly. It has to be Brian Kelly. Jimbo is currently not employed at any university, so I can't say Jimbo. I think it's got to be Brian Kelly. I really, really dislike Brian Kelly. But yes, Jesse Stevens, bro, this does hit like fucking heroin. Please dropping one more touchdown on him, man. Who's even got the ball? I'm just
LSU's got the ball right now, but there's less than 2 minutes left, and they are in the red zone. They might squeeze a field goal out of this and make it look a little bit more respectable. But honestly, with me, it's a tie between Brian Kelly and Lincoln Riley. I hate both their asses.
Lincoln Riley's a weasel, but that fits so well with Southern Cal anyway that, actually, you know what? Brian Kelly kind of fits LSU then all of a sudden, doesn't he? He really is part of the family down here.
Family.
Nah. God, I'm enjoying this so much right now.
I'm enjoying the fact that you're enjoying it because I know how much you fucking suffered.
It has been 85 years since the last Natty, 31 years since the last 8-0 start, and really, I mean, this is the most dominant A&M has looked since 1992. I would not put Marcel Reed as number 2 right now. I don't think I can quite go that far. I'd put Diego ahead of him. I think Diego is a better quarterback. At the moment, I think Reed's ceiling is higher. But God, this is about to be the Josh Pate, Sarah McLaughlin special, and I'm so here for it. And I know he's a sunshine pumper, but Oh, pump me that sunshine. Pump it right into my veins, baby. I've needed this for so long.
Yeah. Well, I got to do the duty here. LSU did, in fact, get a touchdown.
Yeah, everyone come back. Woo! Who can stop me? Tell me. Who can stop me? What? Yeah! Woo!
I'm kind of happy
Yeah.
about this because maybe that means Brian Kelly sticks around a little longer. Suffer,
I don't-
LSU fans. Fucking suffer.
I think that Brian Kelly will still likely hang around for the remainder of the season just because LSU does not have any more off weeks, I don't think, which would be like prime target for like getting rid of him. But at the same time, I don't think he makes it past this season. I think he's definitely done for sure after this year. It's more than enough. This shows more than enough that the Brian Kelly experiment has failed. Thank you, Aiden. So I mean, I would say that this is probably going to be the swan song for Kelly, but we'll see. I mean, you never know.
I think
It's
so.
going to be a weird ass offseason in college football. That's for sure. There's going to be a lot of big jobs open for new coaches.
Well, and that's one I've heard some rumblings in Colombia about getting rid of Beamer, and that's such a bad idea because as much as I like the Cox, I have a soft spot for the Cox, joke intended. South Carolina is not they're not going to be able to compete in terms of coaching talent with Penn State or Florida or LSU or Florida State, if in fact LSU goes. But I'm hoping and praying. I know it won't happen, but I really hope and pray that LSU gets into a Billy Napier situation. Florida fans, please lend your energy to Baton Rouge right now. Let them experience the suffering you have dealt with for the last 3 years. I think LSU deserves it. I speak for everyone when I say I think they deserve it. And then someone asked me to describe up in the chat, describe your average Texas Longhorns fan. And I can't really do that because there's 3 distinct types, right? You've got your T-shirt fan who is your average, your Hank Hill type fella. Good enough guy, might be a little on the redneck side, but his family pulled for Texas or what have you. And he's going to give you crap for being an A&M fan, but otherwise a pretty likable fellow. No problem with him. You've got the student who actually goes there, and that's a little bit more of a wild card because there are a lot of Texas students that don't care about sports. I think that's a much larger population than a lot of other SEC schools. It's partially because Texas is big, but it's also because it's a very good academic institution. I'm not going to sit here and badmouth Texas on that front. That would be stupid. That's not fair. The third and the most insufferable is the Texas fan who doesn't understand sports rivalries and how to properly be a good football fan. And what I mean by that is this is the matcha sipping, nose ring, skittle haired type motherfucker that has turned Austin from a weird but interesting city into a shittier San Francisco. And these are the offended by everything people. These are, if they go to the football games, they'll complain about the noise, they'll complain about the heat, and they will but they will still have that Texas entitlement of we're number one in everything. It's Matt Mitchell wears a shirt on his roll calls. It says, I am Texas and y'all ain't. And it's that arrogance right there. And I'll put it this way. I did this as a joke to a Texas fan at one point. All right. So I've always claimed South Carolina, Arkansas should be that football game should be named the Battle of the Inferior Barbecue Meats. And that's because, of course, I view the Longhorns as the superior barbecue meat. And every Texas fan I've told that joke to was simultaneously mad about having their mascot called barbecue and pleased that they were called number one in something. That's a Texas fan right there. They always got to be number one in everything. It is the undeserved superiority complex.
Well, this game is final now officially. It's okay. I'm letting you go, bro. This game has gone final. Final score: A&M 49, LSU's 25. A extremely impressive statement win for the goddamn Aggies. The battered Aggie syndrome has been withheld for at least tonight, for 3 out of 4 quarters at least. Let's be real. y'all were feeling it hard in the second quarter, but
the BAS was flowing earlier.
Yeah, it was bad, but this is a huge win here. A&M goes to 8-0. The 8-4 meme is definitely dead at this point, unless you somehow blow it to Sanford. I don't know.
I don't think we're going to lose to Sanford.
I know.
Belts
LSU, meanwhile,
yeah.
they are. I called them eliminated from the playoffs last week with their second loss. People were saying, "Oh, they're not technically eliminated." Okay, well, they're gone now. They're more than done.
They're fucking done.
SEC gone. Playoff gone. You got to win one more game to go bowling, and that's all you got to look forward to. So, sorry, Tigers, you've been eliminated.
Hey, Alexa, play Nick. Nah, fuck off. Play the Warham, baby. God. Okay, thank you. Skyballs, I definitely want to see the VK presser too.
I'll be keeping an eye out for that for sure. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and sign off for the night. Thank you all so much for joining. Bull, thanks for jumping in late, man. I appreciate you doing this.
Shoots, bro. No, anytime. Thanks and gig 'em, y'all. It's real this year. I believe.
We got A&M back in the game with Bull Muscle. It's a glorious thing to see. Thank you guys so much for joining the show. I will see you all Monday for the FBS report. Weekly Chaos to come out Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll see you all soon. Thank you again. Have a good night.